All that glitters is gold, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. When she gets there, she knows if the stores are all closed, with a word she can get what she came for. Ooh, and she's buying a stairway to heaven. There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause you know sometimes words have two meanings. In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird who sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are misgiven. There's a feeling I get when I look to the west, and my spirit is crying for leaving. In my thoughts I have seen rings of smoke through the trees, and the voices of those who stand looking. Soon, if we all call the tune, then the piper will lead us to reason, and a new day will dawn for those who stand long, and the forests will echo with laughter.
Hello, 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 hello. Are you guys listening to the music? Happy Sunday to everybody. How about you? Are you listening to the music?
Whoa, I'm
Listen to
listening
the
to the
music.
music. Oh,
Whoa.
I'm listening to the
I don't
music.
know what it is about like oldies like that just get me going. I don't know what it is.
Me too. Me too. I love the oldies.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Rocking to the oldies, baby.
that's right, rocking to the oldies. So I almost keep forgetting how long Stairway to Heaven is. Like as soon as it started
Oh, I didn't
playing,
hear that
oh
one.
yeah,
I didn't
that one
hear
came
that
on
one.
before. Oh, listen to the
That's the only one I heard at the
music.
very end because I was playing this game. I've gotten addicted. I got addicted to one game on my phone, right?
Uh oh.
And then all the ads in there get me addicted to other games. And what a time suck it is. I can
Trust
tell you
girl,
that
it's
much.
like it's just as bad as TikTok, honestly. So I mean, I don't think I don't know if
E-
you watch TikTok or.
Especially like I have a Tetris like game. It's
Oh, I
simple,
love those kind of games, like puzzle
but you can't
games.
stop.
I
You
know.
can't stop.
So like
I need
I go
help.
I go through these phases where
Me
I
too.
have Candy Crush on my phone. So like I'll go through these phases where I'll play Candy Crush like every day for like hours on end, and then like I'll just stop and like won't play it for like weeks, and then I'll go back to it,
Hmm.
and then I'll start the cycle all over again of me playing Candy Crush. So yeah, it's an
I never
addiction.
did. Well, I never downloaded Candy Crush because I was so afraid of it because I saw how much of an addiction it was to people. And but I do get that I got that way with Angry Birds. And I've done like I'll get into it for a while and then I'll stop and
Uh
then
huh.
I'll get re-addicted.
Mhm.
I'm like addicted to the video games on here, but like the puzzle type games to get you out of situations. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Where you have to think.
Yeah.
It's helping my brain.
I've got this new one that I just recently downloaded on my phone, and like like it's more I don't it's not a game per se, it's more of like a I guess like a time, like a time, like if you're waiting, say you're like waiting to get the oil change in your car or something like that, but it's like a and this is gonna sound silly to probably a lot of people, but I'm telling you, it's very relaxing, and I really enjoy doing it. But it's like color by number on my phone.
Uh-huh. So you have to know which area to hit and then you hit the color you want to make
Well,
it.
yeah, it's like by net. So like you press on the number, and like yeah, it's like you basically just have to find the number, and then just tap on it, and it fills the color in. It fills the color in for you. So it's yeah, it's very yeah, it's
Relaxing.
very relaxing, yes. So but very addicting at the same time too. But yeah, it's challenging, and some of them are like super challenging too, because like some of the little spots that you have to fill in with color are like super duper small. So yeah, so
Mhm.
it can be challenging at some points in time. So
You can't like uh zoom it in.
yeah, you can. That's just what I'm saying. Like I
Okay.
mean that like some of the spaces are like so small that you can't find it without zooming it in. But then like
Dang.
you have to, I mean, like you have to use your finger and just kind of like move it around to make sure you're finding the little area that needs to be colored in. So, and I mean, I'm the type of person where like if I start something, I have to finish it. So,
Mhm.
like I spend hours on one little picture just because like once I start it, I have to finish it. Like I can't like go to bed without finishing it. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else, but
No, I know what you mean.
yeah. So, well, happy
I
Sunday to
wish I
every.
could be like that more.
Yeah, I mean,
But go ahead.
I have a little bit more, like self control when it comes to other games that I have downloaded on my phone. But for some reason, this coloring app is yeah, like I said, once I start one, I have to finish it. So I have to finish it, no matter how long it takes me. So, well, happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Bad Bitch Fuel, week 4 recap. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch too many games this weekend just because I was so super busy this weekend. And this week is actually gonna be a busy week for me as well too. But my daughter is on the tail end of like the one play that she's like doing tech for. Like this is basically the last week, but she's got rehearsal every day this week. Like she's at rehearsal right now until like 8:50.
I remember those
Yeah.
days.
So and technically she said this week is like tech week because because she is doing backstage tech work. She has to be there. But yeah, Monday. So Sunday through Thursday, and then they have a show on. They're doing the show on Friday, and then they have two shows on Saturday, and then oh my gosh, Sunday. I love her, and I'm so happy that she's getting into all this. But I told her yesterday and today when I was dropping her off, I said I'm gonna be so happy when this particular play that you're doing tech work for is over because I've literally been shuffling her around nonstop for like the last 2 weeks. Because not only does she do this, like she's doing this tech, backstage work, tech work for this play that she's in, but she also signed her up for a musical theater workshop class that she goes to once a week. And
Hmm.
they had a performance on Saturday at Arts in the Heart, which is like a yearly event that happens here in downtown Augusta. So that's the reason why I was not able to watch very many games. And by the time I got home yesterday, I was so exhausted. Like I literally like went to his studio and basically just sat there and like just I was probably like a zombie because yeah. And I think one of the games ended up going into overtime. I can't even remember which one it was, but I think it was it the Colorado game? I don't even know. Like I said, one of the games ended up, going into overtime, and
That was late last night,
yeah, that
or
was,
late
that
at
was like
night.
almost 11 o'clock. Can't do this anymore. So, like you can even hear him on his live stream. I think thank you. Yeah, it was Colorado. Thank you, Colby. Yeah, like you can hear him on the live stream going, the ladies, had about enough of me. She's going to bed, and I was like, I can't keep my eyes open. I just can't keep my eyes open. I could feel myself falling asleep on one of the movie theater chairs in there. Like I'm surprised, like nobody noticed me nodding off. like, like on camera, yeah, because I could like feel myself, like how sometimes when you fall asleep and like your head kind of,
Hmm.
like
I hate that
yeah,
too when I want to watch something, but I'm
mm-hmm,
just too tired.
yeah.
I
So
hate that. Like,
yeah,
that's when you know you're tired.
yes,
When
yeah,
you really want to watch something, but
mm-hmm,
you're just too tired.
yeah, too tired. There's been plenty of nights where him and I have gone to bed and like the both of us have been just so exhausted that we basically just go in the room, turn the TV on, and just roll over and go to sleep. It's that yeah. It gets to that point sometimes. So, but well, thank you everybody for tuning in today, and I'm glad that I was able to actually do a show tonight because as you guys know, last week it was kind of up in the air, but we did find out earlier this week that we didn't end up having to go to Atlanta today, so it worked out. Everything worked out. So here we are. Here we are at our prime spot time slot
Here
here.
we are.
Here we
We are
are.
here.
Yes, we are here.
We are
So
here.
let me go ahead and take roll for the few. Oh, actually, no, we've got some in here now. So I know that BVD is live right now, but he's been live for about an hour. So hopefully they'll get
They'll
enough of him
trickle
and
in.
come over here and trickle in. So, but Nate the Great was the first one in here, and he says 166 days till Slob Cruise. Yes, thank you very much for pointing that out here, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But yes, 166 days until the Slob Olympics cruise that'll be taking place
That
March.
doesn't sound like a lot, does it?
It
I
really
mean, it
does.
does.
Well, it sounds
It
like
does, but it doesn't.
right. It does, but it
Like,
doesn't.
it doesn't. It sounds like it's like 4 months away, but really, it's more like 5 or 6 or something. Never
Mm-hmm.
mind. Go ahead. Continue.
But yeah, we'll
I
we'll get
can't
into
count.
that. We'll get into that a little bit more. But yes, March 7th through the 10th is when we're planning on doing this cruise. We're leaving out of Port Canaveral, Florida. So yeah, I got the flyer up here. Now some of these steps are probably Well, actually, all these steps on here. This is a pretty early on flyer that I just got from Lou. So these steps 1 through 4 are no longer like in play anymore, if that makes sense. So, but if there's any questions when we talk about it, I'll try to answer them as best as I possibly can. So, Matt Dumit says hello, Robert, Mrs. Pete. Hey, Mrs. Pete.
Mrs. Pete.
Mrs. Pete, Atypical Gump. We've got Pigskin Pete here as well, who says FSU is going to win the World Series.
Okay. Is that in baseball?
I think World Series is baseball. Yes. We've got Ghost of Melissa May. He said they say my favorite bitches are live. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are live. We are live. We are live with no itinerary or game plan. We just kind of shoot the shit and play it by ear, don't we? That's our
Yes,
MO.
we do.
Yep, that's our MO. I think I said Rob. Did I say Robert? I don't think so. But Robert is also here. Ballard Sports Media says, "What's up, ladies? What's up, Ballard?" Who else do we have in here? Let's see. Stingray. Welcome, Stingray. Scrolling. Nick DTV. Cesspool. Sir Uga, or as we affectionately like to know him, we know him as
Sarah.
Colby Covers, CJ, Rack Dog. So yeah, Ghost of Rubber Nose is also here. So welcome everybody. I'm sure we'll have some more people trickle in as the time goes by too.
I love these ghosts from the past.
I know, right? So I'm very curious about this Ghost of Melissa May. This is the newest one I think that I've seen. So yeah, I'm very curious about Ghost of Melissa May because I haven't seen Melissa May, and the season has started, and I'm a little worried actually because she usually pops in around the time the season starts in Lou's chats, but I haven't seen her, and if anybody knows the status of Melissa May, and not the ghost of Melissa May, but the actual Melissa May, fill me in. I'd love to know. I hope she's doing okay. I
haven't seen her in a long time either.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in a long time. If you've not yet done so, please make sure that you're hitting the thumbs up because I appreciate it, TK appreciates it, and we all know that YouTube appreciates it. So there's that. The only person I think in the chat that doesn't appreciate it is, or doesn't care, I wouldn't say appreciate it, but doesn't care is Pete. So we all know how Pete feels about thumbs up, but if you would just do that for me, it's free too as well.
Oh, and I found out if people hit the like button during the live, it helps it even more. Like either way is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like 'cause it helps your video, but if you do it during the live, it helps them get your out there.
Oh,
more.
okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it boosts.
So run for it, guys. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now.
Yeah, do it now. Hit the thumbs up now. So that's right, Pete. He says I don't care. YouTube does though. Yes. So there we go. Yeah. So if you would like to, I just completely lost my train of thought, but if you would also like to donate to the channel, there are 3 great ways to do that. The links to my super chat, the links to my Cash App and PayPal are in the description of this live, as they are in all of my lives. And there's also a third function, which is the new function, which is the super chat, which is right next to the little chat bubble right there. So those are 3 great ways to donate to the channel if you feel inclined to do so. Of course, as Celine Driver says, never expected but always appreciated. So there's that. Yeah, busy week for me. I'm sure probably busy week for you, right? Like you worked all week?
Yeah. It's just, same old with me. Nothing much different going on here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry I don't have any exciting stories.
No,
to
it's
tell
okay.
you.
It's okay. Look, I mean, there's going to be weeks where there's not going to be any stories to tell, so.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. Ghost Melissa May says, I am she/her. I think you said what? Okay.
I think you had said he or she,
aneurysm.
whatever it is.
Yeah, I think I just had an aneurysm reading that. But Okay, let me try this again. I am she slash her. I think you, he said. So wrong me, lady. Um, I'm gonna just throw this out there, but Melissa May is not that bad at grammar, so
Right.
I'm just gonna throw that out there. So I, no, I mean, I'm not trying to, upset you in any way. And if I mislabeled you, I apologize. But I know for damn sure that Melissa May is not that terrible at grammar. So we'll just leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that. So yeah, okay. Well, so busy week for me. We'll just get right into it. So I did. For those of you that are friends with me on Facebook, you probably saw the little video that I posted of my daughter at her performance.
I missed it.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it today.
Oh, good, cool.
So the Uncle Lou. Oh, I think I missed him in the chat. I think he was here earlier, but he says.
Oh, you didn't say hi to Lou.
No, I didn't say hi to Lou. So I apologize,
hey,
Lou. But yeah, I did see
hey,
him earlier in the
Lou.
chat. But he has a question.
Poo-poo.
He said, "Why did TK quit her Wednesday after one show after saying she wasn't going to quit her show?" Well, I wasn't going to be able.
I felt like it.
Well, and I mean, I wasn't going to be able to come on that day either. I think. So
yeah, and I just didn't feel like doing it, so I didn't do it.
Well, and not only that, but I mean, I didn't really get a chance to you didn't send me any of those clips that you were supposed to send me, or
what clips?
Links to the
forgot,
podcast
girl.
about Scott Peterson.
Oh shit! Yeah, you see how I forget shit.
Yeah, look, I forget
I'm
shit
sorry.
too. So
remind me again. You have to remind me.
I will. I'll text you after the show's over.
I think the puzzles are going to help my brain, though.
Oh, are you working on puzzle? Oh, yeah, on your phone.
No, I mean the
yeah,
puzzles on
earlier.
the phone.
Yeah. You said that.
I feel like
earlier.
they're helping me think better.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just thinking that. I'll be quiet.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So yeah, for those of you that are friends with me on Facebook, I did post like 2 videos that I took of her. So it was so freaking hot, girl. It was so hot. Like, she was supposed to be there. Well, I was supposed, because I volunteered, so I was supposed to be there at 11:45, and they were scheduled to go on stage at 12:15. But her little group that she's in was like second to last, and their little production was supposed to last for an hour. So her little group that she's in was like the second to last to perform. So it was, oh God, it was brutal.
That wasn't a smoke cough. I was choking on my Gatorade cough.
Oh my God, it went down the wrong
died
tube
just
cough.
now. Yes. I just almost died just now.
That happened to Lou when he was streaming one time. I think he started choking. And I literally thought that I was gonna have to do the Heimlich maneuver on him, but I don't know how to do the Heimlich maneuver, so I probably might have crushed some ribs or something like that. I don't know, or broken
just
some.
Punch
ribs.
him in his belly.
Punch him in his belly.
Punch him in his belly. Make it come out that way.
Yeah. So what ended up happening was, I don't know if my phone kind of overheated because it was just so hot outside, but I remember actually starting the recording when her group went on, but then halfway in the middle of it, right after her solo, she had a little solo, I looked up and I happened to look up at my phone and the video had stopped recording. So I was so pissed. So I hit record real quickly, but by that time, like I said, it was halfway. The performance was halfway over, and I had totally missed her solo, her solo part of it. And I was supposed to record it for her dad and her grandparents because they weren't able to make it to the the performance itself. So I was really upset about that. But luckily, one of the other parents that we kind of do a carpooling thing with his daughter and with my daughter, we're doing carpooling thing. So he recorded it and he texted me a video of it. So the first video I'm actually going to show you is the half that I got, and the quality is actually a little bit better. I don't know what kind of phone he has, but the picture quality is actually a little bit better on my phone, which is even more upsetting that I missed the first half of it. But we will play. Um, we will play that little, and I mean, in total, it's only like about 5 minutes. So yeah. But we'll play this one first, and let me see. While I get this ready. All right, so they did a little musical from they did a little singing thing from Shrek the Musical, and she well, I'll put this on the screen, and then I'll show you guys where she's at so you guys can see it. Or actually not. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is her right here. She played the fairy godmother. So she's got some fairy wings and she's got a little wand in her hand right here. But this is her right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. But all right. So like I said, this is
I'm putting myself on mute so I can watch it on my phone.
Okay. All right. Do I need to make the screen bigger for you on StreamYard?
Well, I'm going to be watching it on my phone because I have to hear it.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
it's
yeah,
for the
yeah.
noise. So,
So
it
yeah.
depends what you want to do for the audience.
Oh,
though,
no,
but-
that's fine. Well, I've already got it on
Okay.
screen for the audience. So, all right. So, yeah, this
Oh,
is-
okay.
this
No,
is
I'm
my-
good.
This is my daughter right here. So, if you can see where my mouse is. All right.
You know
so-
what? No, just do it for me too, in case I can't see that good on my phone.
Okay. Let me.
Okay.
All right. Let me get back over there then, and I will fix that. All right. So let me do solo screen for me. Solo layout. All right. All right. There we go. All right. So then now we'll do. Well, actually, hang on. All right. I'm going to get this right, I promise. All right, so let's just make that big. All right, and then we'll cut to that. Okay, here we go.
It all makes sense now. You may be freaks, but we're freaks with teeth and claws and magic wands. And together, we can stand up to Lord Farquaad. Take it down, prison way. We've got magic, we've got power. Who are they to say we're wrong? All the things that make us special are the things that make us strong. What makes us special? What makes us
Okay, so there's that one. Like I said, that was just the back half of it because my camera malfunctioned. I'm telling you, it was so hot out there, girl. When we got back in the car to leave the festival, it said it was 100 degrees outside.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
absolutely, I mean, it was and there was no shade. I mean, like, you know, you can kind of tell the stage itself had some shade, but like where we were standing to wait for her to go on, there was no shade whatsoever. So it was brutal, absolutely brutal. So I'm thinking that my phone actually did kind of overheat, you know, and that's the reason why the camera cut off, because I got like 9 seconds. Like I got 9 seconds of them walking on stage, getting ready to go on stage and walking on stage, but then like it just cut out. It just cut off after that, and so I was only able to get like the tail end of it because, like I said, I missed her solo. So the dad ended up texting me the video that he took, and He's his angle is a little bit different. Like I was actually right in front of the stage. He was kind of off to this to the left side of it. And again, I mean, the quality of his phone, is not as good as mine. Which is that's just a personal opinion that I just happen to see. But I mean, he did get the whole performance. So and my daughter solo and all that. So I'm gonna play that next.
Okay, cool. Let me hit mute.
Mm-hmm. And again, I'm going to point out where she's at so that way you guys can see.
We were so freaking strange. They made us feel that way. But it's they who need to change.
The way they think that is.
It's time to stop the hiding. It's time to stand up tall. Say, hey, world, I'm different. And here I am, splintered and all. Let your freak flag wave. Let your freak flag fly. Never take it down, never take it down. Make it way up high. Let your freak flag fly. Let it fly, fly, fly. Listen! It's hard to be a puppet boy that makes this cat. But it's not a choice you make. It's just how you were acting. Let your freak flag wave. Let your freak flag go. Never take it down, never take it down. Make it way up high. Let your freak flag. Be a baby, It all makes sense now. We may be freaks, but we're freaks with teeth and claws and magic wands. And together, we can stand to Lord Farquaad. Take it down, there's a way up high. We've got magic, we've got power. Who are they to say we're wrong? All the things that make us special are the things that make us strong. What makes us special? What makes us special makes us
All right, there you have it. So, I mean, considering how hot it was, I thought they did a good job. So, and I mean, she's only been attending this workshop class for like 6 weeks, maybe. So, but yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was a little fun event. I haven't been, and I actually haven't.
Let your freak fly.
I know what a better message, right? There couldn't have been a. There couldn't have been a better message, right? So, So yeah, it was neat, and this was actually a really good excuse for me to actually attend the Arts in the Heart because I haven't been in years. I think the last time I actually went was when my daughter wasn't even born, I don't think, and I think my oldest one was very, very little, and my second one was a baby. I think was the last time that I attended Arts in the Heart. So, and it's really neat because like the area that they were actually performing in was called the global stage, quote unquote, the global stage. So on each side of like the like each side of like the little area, it was like a little grassy area. It's called the Augusta Commons basically, and so it's like a little grassy area in the middle. The stage was at the end of the grass, one end of the grassy knoll, and then on each side they had like different like food booths from all different countries. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, it was amazing. So of course they had Korea, they had Vietnam, they had some like Samoa, they had German, they had Italy, they had France. So they kind of based it. I guess that's the reason why they performed there on the global stage because, but yeah. So and it was neat. Of course, I ate at the Korean booth. So, but yeah. So it was fun. We had a good time, and then after the performance, we ate and then we walked around for a little bit, and yeah. So it was fun. It was
So
was
your
good time.
daughter's doing right now a school play and a community play.
No,
in
she's
different. I know for one of them, she's doing the back the tech.
No,
stuff.
she's
Oh,
doing a community play, which is the one that she's doing the tech for. That's a community play. This performance that she just did is for her musical theater workshop class that she's doing,
okay.
which
Gotcha.
they meet once a week.
Now I got it.
Yeah. So, but at the
I
end,
like that Freak Flag Fly song.
Yeah,
Let
yeah.
your freak.
So
You know
at
what?
the
That should be the Triple F song.
right.
Triple F.
So at the end of this musical theater workshop class, they do actually put on another, I think like a full production of something. They're just not sure what it is just yet. But I think it's like a 10-month program. So she started it in like the middle of August. So it'll run till probably sometime next year. I can't do the math right now, but yeah, I think it's like a 10-month program that she's in. She goes like once a week, every Tuesday. So there's that. So after this community play that she is doing, which ends this weekend, because like I said, they have a show Friday and then 2 shows on Saturday, and then Sunday, like she'll be home all day. Well, all day Sunday. She won't have anything to do. So not only is she preparing for that community play to do tech for that community play this weekend, she actually has a musical that she's trying out for at school on Thursday or Tuesday or Thursday. I can't remember what day. So like if she does get a part in that, then she'll be doing a school musical. So my calendar will probably be more filled up then too. So I'll maybe have like a week off before I have to cart her around, to school to,
Oh, I just miss those days.
I do too.
girl.
And I'm kind of complaining now
that
about
stuff.
about the driving her around stuff, but I'm so happy for her, and like she loves it. Like she is, this is like her, like her. She loves doing this.
When I come visit y'all, can I go see all that stuff? Even like, can I go with you? Because I would love to relive those times. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like when even if they're doing a rehearsal, like I can just like close my eyes and go back in time.
Yeah.
And life is simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just depending on when you come and visit. Maybe you can come and visit when her school musical actually does the production. And you can.
When is that?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The tryouts are this week, so like she's trying out this week. So I'll probably have more information as
Auditions.
Yeah,
auditions.
I'm sorry.
You should
auditions.
know better.
I know you're right. I should know better.
You notice anything different about me?
No. Should I?
Well, look at my avatar for.
Oh, hang on. No, I'm not looking at StreamYard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, freaky flag flyer. I love it. Right,
put it with a Y first, but I
if
don't
that
know
song
if
is not a
that's spelled
perfect theme
right.
song for this community, this YouTube
I
community that we're
know.
in, I mean, I don't know what else is because we're all a bunch of freaks and weirdos around here. So
At first, I spelt it like this, but that looked wrong. But I think that probably is more right
I think
because
that
the
is
other
more
one looks
right.
like flair.
Yeah, because I mean, if you spelled it
Yeah.
FLIER, I think that's more of like a paper flyer. Like when people
Yeah.
put up flyers.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
think that is definitely more appropriate or more correct. You're right. More correct. So that's what I did all day Saturday. I was up at 8:30 Saturday morning. I made like a little, just like a little. Well, I made Rotel dip for Lou, so he could kind of just get he could have that during the day while I was gone all day. I think I finally got back. I don't even know what time. It was probably around like 7 when I got back. 6 or 7 when I got back. I think it was about 6, maybe about 6 p.m. When I got back, and I was so exhausted. It was so hot that's probably what did me in was the heat.
So it must have been really humid then.
That's the thing. Like it wasn't really because we haven't had rain in a while, so it wasn't really humid. It was just, I mean, the sun was blazing. There was not a cloud in the sky, not a cloud in the sky. So the sun was just blazing. I mean, just blazing. But I mean, it wasn't humid. Like your clothes were sticking to you kind of thing, but it was just
Right.
hot. I mean, it was hot. That's all I can say. Like I said, when we got back to our car, I mean my car said the outside temperature was 100 degrees. And do you know
100.
too? Yeah, and do you know today is actually the first day of fall, and it was 98 degrees here. 98
See,
degrees.
here it was nice. We actually had a breeze, and I mean, it was warm. I mean, it
Mhm.
was hot. I mean, I don't know what the high was today, but I don't think it because I do live real close to the ocean, so we do get a breeze a lot. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I don't know if that makes a difference
I think it
because of
does
where I
actually
live.
because there were little moments like while we were sitting out there or like even walking around that there would be a breeze that would come through and it felt so nice. Just
Well,
that
we were
slight
having
little
a
breeze.
constant breeze almost all day. Like
Really?
it was nice.
Lou says, "Yeah,
It was like
you ran the roads all day and left me by myself." Aw, well, you weren't by yourself. You had the animals here with you, so they kept you company.
he had Burgle and Monk.
Yeah,
He had
Burgle and
Berg
Monk.
and Monk.
Yes,
Berg and
yeah.
Monk.
Nova actually got a bath today. My son gave her a bath
Ah,
today.
Burgle.
So, yeah, and he said I was pretty much on my
Burble got a
own.
burble
Oh,
bath.
I
Did
apologize
Burgle
for
get a
that.
burble bath?
Yeah, I don't know about a burble bath, but she definitely got a bath. She needed
Take a
one.
burble bath.
Yeah, she
I haven't taken a burble bath since I was a baby. Okay, go ahead. I mean, since I was a kid, you know what I
Mrs. P
mean.
says,
I want a
"Wifely
burble
duties?"
bath.
Question mark. Yeah, it sounds like it, doesn't it?
What'd
Sounds
you
like
say?
Mrs. P says, "Wifely duties?" Question mark.
Oh,
Anyway, no, I mean, like we had talked about because I told him I was like, look, I'm probably gone for the majority of the day Saturday, so we probably need to figure out something like that I can make in the crock pot, so it can just stay warm all day and you can just kind of munch on it all day. So we decided on Rotel dip. So yeah, I mean he was up at like 7, I think. Saturday morning just to get ready for for his kickoff show, but then I got up at 8:30 I think to prep the Rotel dip, to make the Rotel dip basically. So
yummy.
yeah, it was
Yum,
good
yum,
too.
yum.
I mean I literally like I ate lunch at at the festival, but that was like around 1, and like I said I didn't get home till probably about 6, so like I didn't like fill myself up because I was waiting to come home and eat Rotel dip because I was just looking forward to it. So I did have some when I got home. Finally, when I finally got home. So yep,
Yum, yum, yum. I haven't had Rotel dip in so long.
yeah, yeah.
It sounds like y'all eat good over there.
I mean, well, we
Can I
did
come
we have
live with y'all?
listen, we had breakfast for dinner tonight too. So I was when I
Oh, what'd
was
you have?
we had bacon. I made bacon, grits,
Eggs,
biscuits, eggs. Yeah.
biscuits. Oh, I love biscuits. Did you make them from scratch? Or you
Biscuits? Hell no! I didn't make them from scratch. That takes up too much
biscuits?
time.
I know biscuits from scratch. You know, I took one home ec class, and that was my senior year in high school. And I remember making biscuits. And that was the only thing I remember cooking. And it
Mhm.
was hard. It's all this, you're putting the flour with this and you're
Mhm.
like whisking the flour and shit. Like it was like really complicated. I'm like,
Look,
I
I'm
don't
gonna be
need this.
completely and totally honest. I think the only thing that I've ever made from scratch is lasagna.
That sounds, I can
But
make,
but here's
well,
the
like,
thing. Like I didn't make the noodles. Like I didn't make the
yeah.
noodles. But like
Yeah, I don't make the
yeah,
noodles in my spaghetti, but I make a killer spaghetti.
y- yeah. But I think that's the only thing that I've actually made from scratch, where I've actually had to boil the lasagna noodles and basically, like layered it and cooked it in the oven. I think that's the only thing. I may have made maybe like a cake or something from scratch.
I guess I should say I I, I guess I should say that I make the sauce.
The sauce, you like it? The sauce?
The sauce well, not totally from scratch, not like I squish the tomatoes fresh, but like I don't use a jar of I make a nice sauce, but
Mm-hmm.
special sauce. It's a
Oh
good
no,
sauce.
no instant grits here, Mrs. P. You're right about that.
Instant grits.
No self-respecting
Instant
Southerner makes instant
grits.
grits. I don't make instant
Smell
grits here.
my
Grits I
pits.
make take 20
Instant grits.
20 to 25 minutes to make here. So that is true, Lou. You sure did. He said, I made a bagel with cream cheese from scratch this morning. You sure did. You made it all by yourself. I was so proud of you,
The
too.
bagel too, the bagel and everything, and the cream cheese.
he
Did he
toasted-
cream it himself?
He toasted the bagel all by himself and creamed the bagel all by himself. Yes, he actually did all that by himself. I was so proud, so proud. Now, look, I will give him props though. He is planning on grilling tomorrow. He's grilling out steaks tomorrow.
He
so.
should grill.
So
He needs to grill. His
Yeah, he
his
hasn't
very very metrosexual self needs to be able to grill at least.
now, look, he
Okay?
can grill. I'm not gonna lie, he can grill.
Okay.
He can grill. But he hasn't grilled in a long time, so he was telling me today that he wants to grill. So I think
He
he's
needs to do something real masculine,
He's
like cook
masculine.
meat. Remember that Friends episode where the guys were like, "We men, we cook meat."
Yes.
Remember that one?
yes.
We cook meat. That was funny.
Oh, he says the bookie is buying me our steak dinner tomorrow. Hey, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
The bookie.
Yeah, the
Oh.
bookie. Yeah, he's had a really good week. He's had a really good week. Really good week.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
So he
I'm
won a lot of money, I take it.
I don't you know. I
Did he
don't-
hit a parlay or something?
He doesn't do very many parlays from what I can tell. He doesn't do very many. If he does one, I think the most he's ever done is maybe like a 3,
Uh-huh.
like a 3 something parlay. I don't know how you say it. But,
Okay.
yeah, but like a 3.
Yeah.
Like I think 3 is the most. He's
Whatever
ever
it
done.
is, yeah.
If
I
he-
just
if
know
he's-
a parlay is like if you get it all right in one ticket, you win a shit ton of money.
Yes, just depend. Yeah.
And once in a blue moon, people can get it. But if you really know the teams, you might see. I think that when it comes to that kind of betting, well, I mean, because anything can happen in a game, but you're still betting on something you don't know for sure is going to happen. But if you know the teams really well and you know how they play, I mean, you could make better informed decisions than somebody who doesn't know, who's just betting whoever they
Mhm.
think, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So at least there's something with the football. Like, okay, well, this team obviously is going to win by this many points, more than likely. And,
Yeah, I mean, like I wouldn't even I'm still learning.
well, I
the
wouldn't
whole-
want to bet on my own team. So I have no desire to bet on anybody else's team.
Right. Well, and that's the thing too. Like I'm still trying to learn like when like he tells me, oh, like I bet so and so like minus 14. I'm like, well, why? What is minus 4? I'm still trying to
I
trying
don't
to figure out
understand
what.
the point.
Yeah, like
thing.
minus 14 compared to plus 14.
Minus 14, I guess. But I guess like there's something about like why can't you just do win or lose? But I think you have better chances if you play the odds all the way. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, see,
I'm
you
not
know
sure
a lot
how
more than
that
I do,
goes.
so
Well,
I'm
not
just-
about betting though,
Listen,
because
I'm
I've
just
never
gonna
bet
stick
on
with
any
I'm just
teams.
gonna stick with like slot machines
I
and
just
my
like
bubble craps.
watching it. Yeah, like I just like watching football. Now the first time I go to Cherokee or Las Vegas, whichever one comes first, I'm gonna be betting on Jack Black. Jack Black.
Jack
I'm gonna
Black.
be doing Jack Black the whole time I'm
Wait,
there.
you're gonna bet
because
on Jack Black?
is
Wait, you're
where
gonna
you
bet-
go. That's where you want to be at the Jack Black table.
Yeah.
You want to be on Jack Black's dick hard. I'm just kidding.
Why you're
I can't
playing
believe I
blackjack,
said that.
right?
While you're playing blackjack, I never watched any Jack Black movies, so I don't
What?
know really anything about him.
Are you
I don't
kidding
watch a lot of movies. Y'all would be shocked to know how many movies I have not seen. I have not seen so many movies. Like when I was in my 20s, I watched movies like crazy, all kind of movies, independent film, all kind of movies. And then as I got older, the more I watched like documentaries and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like movies got more violent. They got more like, I'm not into that fantasy shit. Like, so, like that one with those blue aliens. What was that called?
Oh, Avatar?
Okay, so Avatar's supposed to be this great movie, right? But I'm just not into that shit. So
Well,
I'm not going to watch it. Just like I'm not into Harry Potter.
See,
I'm not into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
look, and I mean,
It's very specified. Or even the Marvel shit. All
okay,
that
well,
fantasy
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
I want a real movie. Like a suspenseful thriller, drama, good movie. Or a
What
drama.
about rom-coms? You
or-
don't like rom-coms? I love a good rom-com.
I don't know what that is. What's a rom-com?
So anything with like Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore?
Now I have seen The Wedding Singer,
Okay.
and I thought it
so
was
that
very
would be
cute,
considered
yes.
a rom-com.
Okay.
A
A
ro-
romantic comedy.
Romantic
Okay, a
comedy, yes.
rom-com. Okay.
Romantic comedy.
Some
yes.
romantic, you know what? It's kind of like I kind of grew out of romantic comedies because I became jaded with all the shitheads I dated. And I think that I just didn't want to watch those anymore.
I
They
mean,
just didn't
look,
appeal
that's-
to me anymore.
Look, that's
I
justified.
like thrillers.
I mean, look,
I like thrillers and, like mysterious ones. Or things like, like I think Forrest Gump is one of the most beautiful pieces of cinematic beauty ever. Great
yes.
soundtrack, great acting, great story, the whole thing.
Yes.
You
Can you
know,
believe I've
there's
never
certain
seen that
movies.
movie, Mrs. Pete?
Which
she
one?
She said best rom-com is when Harry Met Sally.
I did see that one once.
I've never seen that movie. Never seen that.
when it was out. You see, like back then, I have seen some older movies, but I haven't seen anything probably except I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? Because I didn't go to the movie theaters that much anymore. I waited for it to come on,
Well, and I mean
TV,
now,
but then I never watched it.
well, yeah.
I just never watched it.
Well, and that's how it is now, though. I mean, like you can, instead of going to the movie theater, it's gonna come out on whatever streaming
Yeah.
service, So technically, that's what we do too. I mean, like we wait for it to come out on, like on streaming service. The last movie that I went to was with my kids, and we went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine. That was the last. I mean, the only time I really ever go to the movies is if I'm going with my kids because they want to see something, or like if Lou and I like want to see a movie, but we absolutely want to see it in the movie theater. So, I mean, I think the last movie
I've seen a few gems in there.
yeah,
I've
I mean,
seen
I
a
think
few-
the
like-
last movie
like-
that Lou
Like
and I
Mean
went
Girls,
to,
the original Mean Girls, I've seen twice.
my daughter
whatever
loves that
reason.
movie. She loves.
I
that
love
movie.
Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Heathers, I've seen several times.
yeah,
but
she-
that's from the 80s. That like Mean Girls is kind of like Heathers 2.0,
Mm-hmm.
but in a different way. Heathers was very dark comedy. It had
was.
like a cult like following.
Mm-hmm. But that's how
You
it was
know.
back
Th-
then.
th- that's how it was back then. You can't
Yeah.
get away with that shit
No,
now.
you
like they
can't.
were
Well,
making,
they don't make
they were
movies like
making
that.
songs about suicide.
Yeah.
You know, like teenage suicide.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was such a dark comedy.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what
And
made him
now you
good
have
though
to
too,
stay
you know? I mean,
unalive.
like that's the kind of shit that we remember, you know? Like I mean, Heather's just like you said, it's a
Yeah.
cult classic. That one and like Breakfast Club, you know. All those movies from like
And guess
the
what?
late 80s and early 90s. Yeah, they don't make movies like that
And guess
anymore.
what? We're not bad, demented serial killers or anything like that
Right, we turned out
because we
fine.
watched Heather's. We
Right.
turned out just fine.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Like, it's
Christian
gotten
Slater
so
was
bad. It's
Christian
gotten
Slater
so
was
bad.
was the heartthrob back then. Yes.
Ugh.
Yes. If you didn't have a picture of Christian Slater up in your room when you were a teenage
I loved
girl,
him in
there's something wrong with you.
Pump Up the Volume.
Oh
I've
my
probably
gosh,
seen
Pump
that
Up
like
the
20
Volume?
times.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen that
What a
several
great movie.
times.
Yes.
But of course, he was doing something that I always thought would have been cool that I wish I knew how to do in my parents' basement. You know, which is okay. For people wonder what's she talking about. This was
if
in
you
the
have not
80s.
seen Pump Up the
okay,
Volume,
Pump Up the Volume. This is before. Well, not before. Probably it was in the 80s, right?
I think so.
Christian
yes.
Slater played. He was like a disc jockey on a public. He found a public radio station that he would air this show. That he would, and it was in his parents' basement. He had all this crazy, awesome music.
Oh,
He would play
1990.
music, and then he would all of a sudden stop it and start talking about all kinds of politics or like shit that people care about. And he had this cult following,
Mhm.
and they'd all go to this park just to listen to him. And the FCC was after him. You know, the federal, I guess it's Federal Communications Commission or something like that, where they were trying to shut him down because, you know, on public radio, you couldn't say the things he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't do those things, which was like tell secrets from a school and things like the stuff he was doing. But he was very popular, very popular. It's a very cool movie.
Sorry, my daughter
And he
just
had
got home.
Everybody Knows.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So that movie came out. I just looked it up.
Everybody
That movie
knows.
came out in 1990. I mean, but
Okay.
there are great movies from the 90s. Like Heather's was
89.
Heather's was in 88. The wins in the 80s, 1988. Do you remember the movie
88.
Singles?
I didn't Singles?
Yeah,
No.
you never watched
I
that one?
remember
That's another
Clerk.
great movie from the 90s. Empire Records.
I didn't see that.
Oh
I
my
liked
God,
Clerk.
girl!
I
Yes,
like independent
listen,
film.
When he, that
I liked a lot of independent shit. Like Clerks and you know, that
Empire
kind of
Records
thing.
is totally indie. What are you talking? Yes, Mrs.
Well,
P,
I don't know. I don't
Reality
remember. Well,
Bites.
maybe I have.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Reality Bites. I saw that movie.
Yeah, that one's good too.
Okay. So that
Reality
was
Bites.
okay.
Let's see what else. we
Reality
got
Bites.
here.
I remember that
Dazed
one.
and Confused.
Oh,
Did you see
now
that
I've
one?
seen the now. Okay. I can probably say the whole movie.
Oh yeah.
I know that one backward, forward,
My ex
sideways,
loved that
upside down, and
movie.
inside and out.
Yeah, and the soundtrack.
I know every word. I just
Mhm.
haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
One of the best soundtracks as
Oh,
well.
one of-
Not
one
as
of-
good as Forrest Gump,
yes.
but very good.
Yes, one of the best soundtracks.
Of course, why wouldn't Days to Confuse be my favorite of all?
Yeah, right.
That was my
420
favorite.
vibes if I ever felt it, right? If you ever felt it. The major 420
It
vibes
just
in
makes
that
you miss
movie.
the old. But see, in the 70s, I was a kid, so I wasn't smoking weed back then. But I was just like, man, you know, back in the 70s, everything was so simple. You know, that's how they hung out. They just drove around town and shit.
Yeah.
And that movie was filmed in Austin. And when I lived in Austin, and I would watch that movie, I would look at, you know, after living in Austin a while, I could tell exactly there's places in there that I had been to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
that's so wild. I know where that is. I know where that is. And it would be like, you know, even the simplest little place that doesn't look like much. It's like one thing is almost completely like where they went to play pool.
Mhm.
That thing there, that little strip mall thing is like practically empty now. It's like
Mhm.
abandoned.
Yeah.
But it was just wild, you know.
Yeah. Now
To see
you mentioned the movie's Clerks, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this and a lot of trolling, but I really didn't like that movie. Out of all the Kevin Smith movies I've seen, that was probably my least favorite was Clerks. So
It
my
wasn't my probably, yeah. I don't know if it was my favorite of his.
my favorite one is probably Chasing Amy.
That was a good one.
Oh my gosh,
That
I
was a good
love
one.
that.
That was a
Yeah,
very good one.
Chasing
I saw
Amy
that
and
one.
Mallrats.
I saw Mallrats.
Mallrats is
Mallrats to
really
me was
good.
the worst. No, Mallrats to me I thought was the worst one.
No, what? Oh my gosh,
well,
I think
only saw
Clerks
it
is the
once.
worst
Maybe
one. Like
See, I
Clerks is
watched
all the way
Clerks
on the
more than
bottom
once.
compared to like Chasing Amy and Mallrats.
Oh, well, compared to Chasing Amy, neither of those comes close.
Yeah.
But
And then they came out with Clerks 2. I mean, come on.
I didn't watch Clerks 2. I don't watch a lot of sequels because I don't want to be ruined because the first is always the best. Now, however, with songs, sometimes I tend to like the new one better than the old
Mhm.
because it may take a song that I did love and make it to a new beat, which is really cool. Makes me want to dance, makes me love the song all over again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's different with music than it is because basically you're taking the same song and you're adding something to it, or you're making it another genre like rock or something else. But when you're doing a sequel to a movie, you're making a whole new movie and you're adding to the story that you already told us.
Mhm.
It's not like taking something else and remaking it and making it cool. Like they tried to do that with Psycho. Remember in the 90s? I watched that one because I was in love with Vince Vaughn in the 90s. He has my birthday, by the way.
Oh, does he
But
really?
anyway, I digress. Yes, we have the same birthday, but he was born a year before me, but I digress. But I was really into Vince Vaughn. Oh, Swingers. Did you watch Swingers? With Vince Vaughn, John
Yes.
Favreau. Was it
Yes.
Favreau?
John, yeah,
Whatever.
John
I saw
Favreau.
that John Favreau. Yeah.
Mhm.
I watched that a few times. That was funny. That one. I
Well,
loved
it's
that
look.
one.
I mean, if you have not seen Empire Records, I definitely recommend you watching it. I mean, it's definitely. I would definitely label it as like an indie kind of film. So, yeah.
Where will I find this piece of beautiful art?
That's a great question. Let me see if I can look that up. Where is Empire Records streaming?
If
Where-
anyone in the chat can answer, you win a freaky flag.
Let your freak flag fly.
You win a freaky flag to fly around.
Let's see.
Flag.
So it says that you can get it on Plex, Plex for free. YouTube TV premium subscription. It looks like, yeah. I mean, for the most part, it looks like you have
YouTube
to-
Premium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube Premium, which I don't think I had. YouTube.
They
TV.
went from $12.99 to $18.99 within a year because
Really?
I had stopped that subscription when I stopped working, right? And I wanted to start it back up when I started working, and it was like $18.99. I'm like, what? It went up $6,
Everything's going.
and
up,
it's not
girl.
even TV.
I know.
It's just you, and it's like, but that was a big jump, though.
Yeah, everything's
That
going
was a
up. I
pretty
just
big
got
jump.
I just got an email saying that my Hulu subscription was going up.
Oh yeah, I had to quit my ESPN because that's just that's ridiculous. I can watch it. It's just a pain in the ass because it's hard to sometimes put my server through the ESPN app so I can watch a game. But I finally was able to do it. It worked somehow. So now I can stop my ESPN because that's all I had it for is for football season. But now I can watch it through my through my TV on the app. So I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Colby
I
Cover
don't
says
think.
thanks Biden. So I guess he's saying you can thank Biden for all that. For all that. For
Everything's
all the
spiked.
price increases.
Food,
Is that what you're saying?
groceries, and subscriptions to everything.
I know what
Everything
happened
is so
to student
expensive
student
now.
loan debt free whatever forgiveness or whatever. Yeah, student loan forgiveness. I applied for that shit and I got denied. Come on, Biden. What's up? What's up? Come on.
Really?
I
Why would
did.
they deny you?
I don't know. I guess the first email that I got was something like, "Oh, Biden is trying to get this passed through Congress or something like that, where any student loan."
Oh, so they
over-
never got it passed through.
I from what I can tell, I don't think so because I'm still paying on my student loan.
Wow.
Because it had to be over a certain amount, but I put mine in default so many times that like my interest rate is like through the roof right now for my student loan. So it's a lot. My student loan is a lot. So, and I'm paying like the minimum amount right now, minimum amount. So, but I am still paying it every month, But yeah,
Yeah.
but I definitely could have used that student loan forgiveness shit, whatever it was that he was offering. And what isn't like now isn't Kamala like isn't she trying to say that she's like doing that too? Like if she gets voted for.
Oh, I haven't heard her say that. I mean, but I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, yours too, Mrs. Pete? Yours got denied too?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
God. So how do they decide who gets it and who doesn't?
That's the $1,000,000 question. That is the $1,000,000
Unless
question.
nobody got it, but did some people get it? I mean, do you know anyone who got it?
You know what? I don't, but I mean, I guess I never really asked around.
Maybe it
so-
never went through. I don't think I remember it ever going through. I think he had said that. But I also remember Lou saying one time on his show that Trump did do some loan forgivenesses in his time in office. And then like when Biden says he's going to do it, how the conservatives get mad, he was like, trying to get people riled up or whatever.
Right.
But if they did have a program like that, is it still there? And A, and B, why aren't you eligible for it? That seems crazy. It seems like it should be for anybody who has I thought the only requirement was to have it be more than 10,000 or something.
Yes, I think that was
Something like that?
was a requirement. Yeah, and mine is definitely over 10,000. Like I said, I put mine in default so many times. I think I put mine in default like I maybe like.
But
3
what does that
times.
mean? Oh, when do you say?
That
What does
basically
that
means
mean?
that it stops payments, but the interest rate, like they still charge you interest.
Oh.
So basically, yeah.
Okay.
So, but I mean, I had to at that time, because like I think I did it twice, like when I was still married, because one of the times we were filing for bankruptcy or something like that, and like so I had to put my student loan default because I couldn't pay, So, and I think I did it, and the last time I actually put in default was right after I got divorced, too. So for I think I put in default for like a year. So, but like I said, it basically just, you don't have to pay anything for a year, but they still charge interest. Like they still charge you your interest. So,
Man.
so yeah, so mine is, I don't even know what mine is at right now. But I know it's over 10,000 for sure. It's over 10,000.
Well, then you meet the requirements, I would think.
I do. I did drop the StreamYard link for anybody that would like to come in this last hour and just shoot the shit with us. So we do talk about anything
Shooting
and everything
the
on
shit.
here. So
Shooting
yeah.
the shoe.
What's up, Colby?
Hey, Colbs.
Hey.
Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Hi. What's up?
Oh, not much. Just made some ramen noodles.
Oh, wait, you down bad? You down that bad? You making ramen noodles on a
Gosh.
Sunday night?
Well, Raleigh's on a bachelorette trip, so I don't got nothing to
Wait.
eat. So I just,
Another one?
yeah, she's got a lot of friends.
Oh,
and
so
they
she
all
got
get
two
married.
bachelorette parties, huh?
No, it's not hers.
Oh.
Oh, she's going to somebody else.
Oh, she went for somebody else's.
Yeah, and she left me with no food. So
Did she bring her freak
Aw.
flag? Make sure she brought her freak flag with her. Call her up and make sure she brought the freak flag.
what's a freak flag?
You weren't here at the beginning of the thing? At the beginning of the show about the freak flag flying?
I joined about 10 minutes.
Let your freak flag fly.
Oh, well,
Your
yeah,
freak
I showed
flag
I
fly. Let
showed
your freak-
the video of my daughter performing in Arts in the Heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were talking about letting your freak flag fly.
Yeah. Which is like it should be the anthem for this YouTube community that we're in right
Yes,
now. That song should be
exactly.
the anthem. Absolutely.
We should all make our own flags that describe our freak.
Oh,
And I don't mean like
that
a ditty
could
freak
that
either.
could get that could get very weird and
Interesting.
controversial, I think. But it would be
Oh,
very,
yeah, that
very.
could
It
get-
would be very fun, though. I think. I
See,
absolutely
I would
think that
just
would be
make
fun.
mine all beautiful and pretty. You know what I'm saying?
Would
I
you
wouldn't be
bedazzle it?
controversial. I would probably put some real diamonds and stuff on it if I could find some, you know. Or yeah, I'll bedazzle it with Swarovski crystals.
Swarovskis.
Swarovski crystals
That sounds
on my
illegal.
freak flag.
Well, what flavor ramen noodles are you eating?
Chicken, and then I put hot sauce in it. Put some Frank's Red hot sauce. You know that.
You put that
I always
you put
say
that shit on everything.
Yeah, so I that's what I do.
You like your ramen a little spicy? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, a little spicy ramen ain't too bad.
Do you like ramen? Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not my favorite thing, but
Okay.
Raleigh left me with no food, so I just have to do what I gotta do, I guess.
Hey, look.
Can't
I
cook
mean,
anything.
you look. I mean, ramen's just as edible as anything else, I guess, right?
Yeah, you just gotta put some hot sauce on it and make it little flavor. Raleigh had her student debts postponed, so the debt's still there, but she doesn't have to pay monthly.
Right. So she defaulted hers
Yeah,
as
but-
well.
Yeah, I guess so. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's what it means when you default it. But yeah, so she doesn't have to pay monthly for however long she got it defaulted for, but they still charge you interest every month. So it's that interest is accruing, every month. So by the time she gets ready to start paying back her student loan, I mean the amount that she owes is going to be a lot higher.
But is the interest that much to make that it would make that like really bad?
Oh
It
yeah,
would really add a lot.
girl. Yeah, the interest. Yes,
Like thousands or
I mean, my student loan started off, I think originally, I think maybe like 12,000. My student loan. After all my defaultments, it's up to over 20 grand now.
Yeah, Raleigh's at 14 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
oh man, that
Yeah.
seems criminal to do to people. I mean, like when you put it on default, yeah, you're not expected to pay those payments, but otherwise, you pay your payment every month. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the minimum.
I mean, why?
they don't
maybe
go
like-
down if you pay the minimum.
Yeah, I mean it's like anything else, that has an interest rate. So, like when, like a car payment or anything like that. I mean, if you're paying just the minimum, then yeah, I mean you're screwed. You're going to be paying that for a lifetime.
Well, yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I'm
Well,
saying?
that's true. That I do know how that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I just never realized that when people do that, that they would still rack on that it would rack on that much because
Mhm.
it's a percentage, right?
Mhm.
But then the interest rate goes up is kind of what you're saying when you do that too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't recommend, like if you have a student loan, defaulting your student loan. But I mean, when you have no other choice because you can't, like you can't pay it, and instead of it going to like going on your credit and things like that, it is better in a situation like that to have it defaulted.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sucks because, like I said, I mean that interest rate is still accruing every month, even though you're not paying anything monthly. That interest rate is still accruing, and I mean, like So, like I said, this last time that I had it defaulted for a year, so I didn't make payments for a year. So you can imagine how much interest I accrued in a year, So
Yeah.
yeah. Baker says, welcome Baker, by the way, says student loans is a scam that only benefits the schools. The money is backed by the federal government and the schools take full advantage of it. I mean, I agree. It's a crime, honestly. It is. But I mean, I wouldn't have been able to go to school had I not taken out a loan, you know. So I mean, it's a double-edged sword, you know. It really is. It's a double-edged sword.
Hey, when y'all make y'all's ramen, do y'all keep the water in it when y'all put the seasoning in?
Yes, I do at least.
Horrible.
What difference does it make? Really?
I
It's a
do
huge
when
difference.
I make it.
Why does it make a huge difference?
I think
all
it's
the
just
seasoning
it
don't
really is just preference. I think, but I prefer to I prefer to put the
Yeah, you want all your seasoning to be in the water so you can drink it like a slob. I
Like
want
a
my seasoning. I
slob?
want my seasoning on the noodles that I
I
eat.
thought you were
Okay,
gonna
so
say
then
like slaw.
boil the noodles, drain the
Like
water, and then
slaw.
put the sauce over it. I mean, it's that simple. So, but
That's what I do, like a real American.
yeah, my
Slop
preference
up
is
the gravy
I
like
mean,
slaw.
I am Korean, Colby. So
That's how Toby Keith did it.
Slop up the. What were we talking about? Slop up the what? What did you just say? The gravy,
the soup,
the soup. What did he just make? A
ramen.
gravy.
I made ramen noodles.
Oh, he's talking about seasoned things to drink. I forget. Never mind. I had it in my
Are
head.
you asking
and it
me,
just
Nature Boy,
left.
if I like po or pho? Yes, I love pho.
I think I had pho once.
It's really really good. Yes, I do. I love pho.
You like
I will
Indian
never,
food?
but I will never get Lou to go to a Vietnamese restaurant because he does not like Vietnamese food. So
Why?
I think he had a bad experience with
Uh-oh.
Vietnamese food. Like, yeah. So I'll have to I'll have to remind him to tell that story on one of his morning shows or something like that. But yeah, I think he had a bad experience with Vietnamese food at some point in his life. So yeah. So
What's
like,
the best place to get Vietnamese food around here?
I've gone to that place on Washington Road. I think it's called Pho Bak.
Oh, Pho Back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pho Bak, I think is what it's called. So
Oh, I've never been there.
yeah. So that's I've gone there a couple times, and their pho is really really good. So Pete says if you go to a ramen restaurant, there's definitely some water in the ramen. Colby is just a brown redneck. Yes, right. Tell him, Pete. Tell him, Pete. It's not ramen if you don't have the juice with it.
Well, what else? Yeah, it is. It's still ramen. Well, if you put cereal in
you
a
must have
bowl
put a
without
ton of
milk,
hot sauce
Agreed,
on
Nature
there.
Boy. 100% agree. Nature Boy says the broth is the best part. Facts. 100% facts. The broth
Yeah,
is
y'all
the best
are all-
part.
I need to go get checked into a mental
You're
institution.
the one that needs to get checked into the mental institution. Who
Hey,
eats
if you
fucking
put
dry
cereal,
noodles, man?
if you put cereal in a bowl without the milk, what do you call it? You call it cereal.
No, you call it cereal less.
You call
There
it
you
dry cereal is what you call it. So do you eat cereal without milk?
That's even better. Dry cereal.
Yeah, if I don't have milk,
That's
I'll
what
tell
she
you what.
said.
I will eat Cookie Crisp like they're cookies. I will.
See, that's criminal.
Oh, I love
that's just
Cookie
criminal.
Crisp. I love Cookie
Cookies!
Crisp.
That's about the only
I
time
love
I
Cookie
do
Crisp.
drink milk is when I'm eating cereal. Like I cannot eat cereal without milk. Like
Now,
so.
do you drink the milk after you eat the cereal
No.
in the bowl?
I do not.
Okay.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
But you drink the broth after you eat the ramen, right?
Absolutely.
Ah.
Absolutely.
Hypocritical ass.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the broth, but I mean, still, I prefer milk over
I mean,
broth.
it's not like I put cream cheese in my broth or anything like that. So
What?
You probably-
I don't do
you-
that.
You probably just have cocoa pebbles and just
Cocoa
have
Pebbles.
chocolate milk and just drink that. I
Yeah,
bet
that's
you
even
do.
better.
I'm not a big milk drinker, whether it be chocolate milk,
Wow.
strawberry milk, or regular milk. I'm not a huge milk drinker.
I thought you had. No, I'll shut up.
What, you thought I
Um,
had what?
No, I'm not gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna, that's inappropriate. Never mind. I was gonna say that. But anyways, how's everyone doing in this panel and in the chat too?
Doing good, Nate. So are you back on Michigan again?
No, I'm in between.
You're in between
Uh,
you're in between Michigan and Nebraska. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, yeah.
That's, that's what I said, Nature Boy. He says man's eating crunchy noodles. He's eating dry ass noodles. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, crunchy noodles, nasty.
You can't. It's not ramen without the broth.
I used to take the ramen to when I was in middle school. I used to eat that thing just straight out the pack.
Oh, that's so bad for you.
For cold lunch?
You know that, right? Like raw noodles are bad
Why
for you.
is it bad for you? Because
I
I've
heard it gave
seen
you
somebody
worms,
on you. It
and then I
gives you.
stopped doing it.
No, it
Ew.
doesn't.
Well, that's what I heard, so I stopped doing
I
it.
think
No, they look like
I think
worms.
prolonged. I have heard that prolonged like eating, and that goes for like spaghetti noodles. Because when I was younger, I used to eat raw spaghetti noodles too. But I have been told that eating raw noodles is bad for you. I'm gonna look.
Why?
It up, though.
And plus, you can get tapeworms too. Sorry.
No, you
I don't
don't.
know about worms. I don't know if I've
I
ever
don't.
heard that. Or let's see.
No,
They look
tapeworm.
like
You never heard
worms.
about tapeworm?
Yeah, but you don't get that from noodles.
Well, you could.
It's it's like I don't know, a freaking amoeba or something. It's a fungal I don't know what you get it from. I never
mean-
had any worms, thank God.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thank God for me too. I don't want that either. I was saying. Never mind.
Okay, so according to Google, there's nothing wrong with eating noodles uncooked. But
What?
it says the taste will be unpleasant and you may get stomach issues.
Because
Oh, okay.
probably the little sticks are grating along the sides.
Well, I wonder too.
You know what I mean?
If it's like,
Yeah.
because people say that if you eat a lot of cheese too, like it gives you stomach issues as well. Like you get constipated if you eat a lot of cheese. Because
Yes,
it like
yes.
blocks, like it blocks.
So is that why I don't poop a lot? Because I eat a lot of
well,
You eat a lot of cheese?
I love
I do.
cheese.
That could be the reason then, but yeah, I think I've heard that. I've heard that if you eat a lot of cheese, like it's not, like it
You
gives
can't
you
poop.
it makes you constipated, like because it blocks
Yeah.
it's a blockage or whatever. So
Well,
I used to eat those ramen packs like every single day in middle school. If I didn't have ramen, I would take like a whole freaking lay or a sleeve of saltine crackers and just munch on those
Ew.
all day.
Oh, saltine crackers. Never mind. I got it. Sorry, I thought you said something else. My bad.
Pete says eating dry ramen won't hurt you. It just means you're retarded.
Hey, Colby. I thought you said.
Now,
I thought
Google does say here, though, Pete, that the fact is some people do it when there's no other option. So, I mean, that could have been the case with Colby when he was eating dry ramen noodle or raw ramen noodles. Now, when you were eating them, Colby, were you sprinkling like the seasoning packets on the noodles before you were eating them?
No.
Damn.
Because
So
I've
you were
seen
just
people do
eating
that.
you were just
I've
eating
seen
the
that.
noodles without the seasoning?
Yeah.
Because I've seen people do
Yeah.
that before. I've seen
Yeah.
people like sprinkle
Me
like
too.
the seasoning packet like in the bag.
Like salt, and then
yeah,
take
like
a
they
bite.
break up the noodles. They break up the ramen noodles in the bag, and then they sprinkle the seasoning over the raw noodles, and then eat it like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I did or not. I don't think I did.
Of course.
That was a long time ago.
Why?
We were broke back then. Okay, we were eating ramen noodles.
Hey,
for
look,
lunch.
I'm not
you're
hating
not
on
that
you.
old,
Yeah, you
Colby,
got to
shut
do
up.
what you got to do. Look. I mean, I love ramen noodles. So, I mean,
think
I'm
they're
not hating
good.
I'm not hating on ramen noodles at all. So,
Still to this day, I'll have a sleeve of saltine crackers and just munch on those.
me too. Me too.
Ooh, I like
Sometimes I'll
saltine.
add some peanut butter.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what's
peanut
real
butter,
good on
yum.
it is a little bit of honey, just a little bit of honey.
I never
So
tried that
that'd be
before.
good.
I don't think we even have any honey in this house though.
good. I think
honey.
I think before it was before y'all met, but Lou on his morning show one time did the saltine challenge, and he'd never heard of it.
Ooh.
And
he did it,
he was
or
like,
somebody he made somebody else do it.
No,
I
he
thought-
did it on a
Oh,
live
he
show.
did. Oh, I must have missed that. Where's that video? I want to see that video.
This is probably 5 or 6 years ago now.
Yeah,
probably,
that was,
yeah.
And
that was
he was-
long before I came
he
along.
was like bullshit. I can definitely do like 5 and 2 minutes, or I forget the
So
challenge
what's
or
the
whatever, but-
challenge? Like you have to eat a sleeve of saltines without drinking anything?
No, it's 5. It's like 5 crackers and 2 minutes without any water. Or anything.
Without
and
anything
he
to
was
drink.
He was so confident. He walked out of his she shed, walked into the pantry, and
Yeah, I
and
remember
then
that.
grabbed a sleeve, and he was like, "I got this," and then failed.
So
That was a
I've
long
never,
time ago.
this baker, whoever this baker person is in the back room, this is their first time coming on my StreamYard link. Does anybody know who this person is? Has anybody else seen them on
No,
No.
what's the name?
Baker?
No.
Is it Baker Mayfield? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I don't think it's Baker Mayfield. It's probably a kid that wants to, be in the show.
They have
That's
to
my
show
guess.
their face.
That's my
Well, I
guess,
mean,
but I think
they're not going to be on camera anyway. I mean,
Right.
We'll only see them
Oh.
anyway, so I don't have them on. Yeah, because I'm running it
Right.
through. I'm running it through OBS,
Yes.
so I'm only
Mhm.
using StreamYard for sound. So.
Yep.
You feeling risky? Let's do it.
You know what? I don't know. I'm gonna give them a shot and see what happens. See what happens.
Uh-oh. Brace yourself.
Welcome to the show, Baker.
Okay, so I had to get in on this ramen. talk.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet everybody here.
Hi, Baker.
Hello, I'm
I'm
actually
Freaky
a
Flag Flyer.
oh oh like what kind of flag?
I know who Baker is.
Not really.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on the ramen discussion?
I'm not a
Baker.
fan. Not a fan. Didn't they invent ramen for like the Japanese and like World War II or something? I don't know where it came from. I don't even. I know it's like a quarter at Sam's Club or some shit.
Yeah, I mean it's fairly cheap. It's fairly cheap. Absolutely.
That's some straight.
At
So
least
are
in
you
China.
saying you've never eaten ramen before?
No, I stayed away from it.
Yeah.
You stay away from it because it's cheap and it's
No,
made
it's
in
just
Japanese.
I can't imagine it's healthy for you whatsoever with it being that cheap.
Well, I mean, I can I can tell you this for sure. I've been eating ramen most of my life, so and I'm here. I'm alive. I'm well. So.
Wait, have you ever eaten spaghetti?
Oh, of course, but not
Oh,
often.
okay. So those noodles are probably pretty cheap, right?
Are
I don't
they
know,
from
I live in
China?
Oregon. Nothing's cheap here.
Okay. Yeah, noodles are pretty cheap in general.
Yeah, so I see there with your avatar, he's obviously an OU fan, Colby.
I am. Yes,
Uh-oh.
I'm still hurt from last night, so please go easy.
So
It's okay.
Oh, y'all
I think
lost.
I've
I'm
seen
sorry.
you,
Who did y'all play?
You're
They played
you're like in
Tennessee.
Lou's chat too, right?
Oh yeah,
okay.
I'm a Patreon. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. So
Right.
that's probably how you got over here was because you probably heard him talking about this on his channel, right? Like his Patreon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, and you.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Baker. I appreciate
Yeah.
you subscribing.
I love having somebody normal and nice sounding.
I
on here.
know,
It's just
right?
So nice. You know
I
what I'm
know.
saying? Like a
I know
Right.
Baker makes
just
up
a
for
random.
Baker makes up for the Nicholas Longs. Which he's been MIA
Don't
for
pick
a
on
while.
Nicholas.
MIA. I don't know if it's been since the season started. Nicholas Long has been MIA, which I'm not complaining about, but
Poor
I mean,
Nick.
Nicholas is a Tennessee fan. I don't know why he's hiding. His team's real is
Maybe
pretty-
he's not
So
hiding,
Baker-
Nate. Maybe
Baker
he got
is,
just tired of it.
Is
Maybe
Brent
he's got
Probably.
away.
Is Brent Venables gonna be able to do the job, or what's going on in
Oh.
Oklahoma?
I think so. I think give him time. I think that he's still trying to figure out his way. I mean, he's a old first year coach, right? So
Uh-oh.
I give him time. I love what he's done with the defense, but clearly he's put too much NIL money into defense and not so much on the offense. Jackson Arnold's an absolute bust. He's not going to he's not starting against Auburn next week. So we'll see what Hawkins can do.
Y'all play at Auburn?
Yeah, play at Auburn. Yeah, and I think that's actually Oklahoma's first time ever playing at Auburn, if I believe. I think we've only played them 3 times, and they beat us 2 out of the 3 times, I believe.
Yeah, y'all should take care of Auburn. Auburn is horrible.
You should take care of Auburn. Should.
I don't know. Did you see that game last night? I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's hard to watch.
I didn't even ask about LSU, TK.
LSU? I'm just kidding.
We won.
You did win. Who'd y'all
The
play?
second half, we played. Who did we play?
South Carolina?
Played UCLA.
Oh, UCLA.
No, UCLA.
Okay.
At halftime, we were tied, I believe, and then we went away with it. We blew them out the second half. So it
Okay.
was like 30 something to 17, I think, 34 or something like that. So we got the job done.
You got the job
That's all
done.
I care about.
Another win for Brian
Another
Kelly,
win,
right?
cha-ching,
Yeah,
cha-ching.
for
Another
Brian
win
Kelly.
for LSU. Yeah, and for Brian Kelly, yes.
Now, how much longer
no,
does
Brian
he have?
Kelly.
That's what I want.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
I mean, how much longer does
Oh.
Brian Kelly have?
Oh, he's got, I mean, unless he does horrible this year, I mean, I don't think he's necessarily on the hot seat. And it
years.
is more difficult now to get those. Why does it feel like with this new system we have, it's harder to kind of get to that playoff position?
Right.
Is it
Well,
because we're,
It's
you know
harder.
what I mean?
It's harder in the SEC because there's no East and West, and you got to
But
play.
that's what I'm
no,
saying,
no
yeah.
shit, Kobe.
So wait, you're saying because of this new 12-team playoff thing, you feel like it's harder to get into the playoffs?
Well, it's harder. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I think it is, but I think it's harder to get to the very tip top playoff, like the top 4
Yeah.
is what I'm saying.
I feel like if Oklahoma was back in the Big 12, it ain't hard. We'll just win it again and then get in, and then get beat in the first round.
Well, I
Ohio
mean,
State,
that
yeah.
might not have so.
No.
But
I don't know.
mean-
This whole NIL thing and transfer portal thing's kind of killing it for me a little bit, but it's
Me-
going to separate the
why?
big. It's going
I
to separate the
know.
big schools from the small schools. Except Boise, they're always going to be a pain in the ass.
Well, I just
Lou,
don't like the fact that
so
it's
terrible.
it's like not about school spirit anymore. And I was really I mean, I grew up loving it because I'm an LSU fan, you know. I'm not a, you know, who's getting the best contract fan. That sounded stupid, but whatever. I'm gonna mute myself now.
Wait, Nature
No, that
Boy
makes
says
sense.
Good, good.
Nature Boy says only one team in college football that hasn't given up a touchdown. What team is he talking about?
Georgia, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
the-
Oh, okay. I know. I'm sorry. I'm not a very good Georgia fan, am I? I never
No,
really.
no.
I never really claimed to be a Georgia fan, though. So I guess
BA,
I'm just guilty by association.
No, you're good, BA. You're still learning.
Yeah. Lou says ramen noodles are what you donate to the family down the street who you hate, but their house burned down, so you feel bad. That's so terrible.
Yeah, that's a
Oh
fact.
my gosh.
That's terrible.
confirmed.
Lou.
Confirmed.
That's terrible.
I mean, he's not wrong though,
Terrible.
because like a box of ramen noodles is like less than $1, honestly. Like you could buy
I tell
a
you
box
what,
of
you
ramen noodles
if
for less than $1.
if you have a Sam's Club membership, you can get like 500 packs of ramen noodles for about $2.
That's a different kind of broke right there. I can't do it.
I mean, I get it. You know, it's an acquired taste of some for some, but yeah, I've just grown up with it, so. You know, there's so many different things you can do with it, though. Like, you know, you don't have to just eat it with just like the flavor packet that comes with it. Like, you can put, you know, I mean, like you can.
Yeah, you can add.
You can
stuff
dress
to
it up to your liking. You know, like some people add like seafood. Some people add like, you know, like.
You know what's good is an
meat.
egg in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
some people
Why,
put an
that's
egg
true,
in
that's
there.
true.
My dad used to make it like that. Yeah, my dad makes it.
How
like
do you
that.
do that? They boil it and just
No,
put
you
it in there
basically
and-
you just crack an egg in it while it's cooking.
Oh, and there'll be egg all
Yeah,
inside of
mhm.
it.
Yep.
Ooh, that sounds kind of
Mhm.
good.
Yep.
Oh.
You
I've
just crack, and then you mix it in there.
yeah,
You
and it
mix
basically it's like a scrambled egg.
instead of water.
No, I
you put the
wouldn't. No, I
water
wouldn't do
too?
without water.
Water.
I mean, you
But do you
probably
put the
you
same
probably
amount of
could,
water?
but I mean, I've never put an egg in there without water being in the pot.
No, you definitely have to put water in it.
Okay, I
Water.
wasn't sure.
It's good though, TK.
It's good.
Lou has
I'm
a
gonna
question
try
for you,
it.
Colby.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Someone told him Colby's wedding got moved up to next week. Is that true?
Uh-oh.
No, that's not true.
Pete says if you ate nothing but ramen noodles every day, you'd be dead in less than a month.
Wow.
You know, I hate
Where's
to
all
say
this
this,
ramen
but I mean,
noodle hate
you know,
coming
that
from?
would be an interesting scientific like project for someone to take on. Not saying that I would want anybody to die, but I mean, it would be interesting to see like how someone who has a diet of nothing but ramen noodles, like
Remember that old documentary, Super Size Me?
yes, uh-huh,
Yeah, the guy that ate McDonald's all the time or something.
yes.
Yeah, like 30 days or something.
Yeah, I remember.
Wasn't his name like Mike Myers or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember watching it in health class though.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Good morning, Robert. How are you? Nature Boy says it's only like 2.5 times the recommended daily sodium intake. Yeah, but it's so delicious.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's horrible for you. It can't be for a quarter a pack. It can't be good to consume.
Well,
I'm just
look,
on that wagon.
when's the last time you met like a fat Japanese person? So obviously they're doing something right with just eating ramen noodles, right?
Yeah.
Hey, BA, just look at the chat real quick.
Uh-oh.
Private.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. So it can't be that. It can't be too terrible for you if the Japanese invented it and are eating it, and I mean, like you don't see a fat Japanese person, right?
Yeah, but they don't know what good fried chicken is either.
Ooh.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure about it. Yeah, I've lived in the South long enough to know what good fried chicken is because I move up north and it tastes like shit up here.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay. Well, Nate, do you have anything to say about that?
I'm speechless.
So do you guys have good fried chicken in Nebraska?
No.
We have Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's about as close as we have.
I rest my case.
He
Kentucky
says we've
Fried
got
Chicken's
Kentucky
good.
Fried Chicken.
I mean,
I'm
that's the
even
only fried chicken we
in
have
Nebraska,
here.
so it's
Yeah.
even worse up here.
Where were you at up north?
I'm in Oregon.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wake up every morning thinking. Oh shit.
Do you live in a tent or you just? I heard when you move to Oregon, they just give you a tent.
No, yeah, you actually you can pick the tier level that you want. You can either have a tent or a Subaru.
I hear.
Oh, let's not get on the discussion of Subarus, okay? There's nothing wrong with the Subaru. I used to own a Subaru for like 5 days, and then my ex wrecked it. I mean, technically it wasn't his fault, but he got ran off the road, and it was like we had just bought it. We hadn't even had it a week, and he got ran off the road, and they totaled it out. So.
You know
I'm
where
ashamed to admit
Subarus are made in Japan, so you can never trust anything from Japan.
Whatever.
I'm ashamed to admit that I owned one, and they're actually pretty but I don't own it anymore, so I got my man card back. I had to give
You
up
got
my
your man
lesbian
card back?
assault vehicle.
Hey, Subarus are supposed to be the safest cars, okay? Subarus are supposed to be the safest cars out there. And then next in line are Toyotas. But I stepped away
That's
from
what
Toyotas, and I got a Ford.
I got a Toyota.
What about
Tacoma.
Hondas?
Yeah, Hondas. I think Hondas was third on the list. I think Hondas were third on the list.
You know what? I want one of those new Ford Broncos.
You know, I think Lou and I saw one the other day driving down the road, and I mean, like, I was looking at it, I was like, oh my gosh, is that a Bronco? And it looked like a newer one. And shut up, Lou. He said nothing I drive is safe. Shut up. It's not my fault, okay? I just had this aura about me. I guess people want to hit me, you know. So it's not my fault. All right. You sound like you're starting to sound like my mother. So if you don't want me to get riled up, you better take that back.
Who told you that, BA? Was that Lou?
Yeah. So Lou typed that in the chat. He says nothing you drive is safe.
Well, tell him that you basically drove him to Robbinsville safely. So I mean, you have a advantage of that because you, I mean, Lou didn't like the drive to Robbinsville, even though you basically.
Pete, I never said that. Okay, all I said was that Subarus were supposed to be the safest cars according to whatever list I looked at when I was car shopping. But yeah, Subarus were number one on the list as the safest cars. So I never said that Subarus wouldn't run into other cars. I never said that.
Turbo. Yeah.
You know
Lou
what
says he
car
didn't understand a
runs-
single word you just mumbled, Nate.
I can't even understand what he's saying because he's not.
Hey Baker, you want to make a bet right now, like a little $1 bet?
Well, that's 4 boxes of ramen, so sure.
All right. So I bet you 4 boxes of ramen that Nate's playing Xbox right now.
That's fact. Sorry.
Nate,
I
you
mean,
playing Xbox?
Colby already knew it, so I mean.
Nate comes on live streams and just like plays Xbox and don't know what the fuck's going on.
I do not. I do both.
Well, I mean, I can honestly say that I didn't know he was playing Xbox. Unlike Vic, who I think he came on at Pete's midday show, and there was like, I guess his controller was vibrating, but like it kept vibrating, and people were like, "What the hell is that?" They were like trolling him, telling Vic to put his vibrator away or whatever. So
yeah, I remember that. I mean, my controller doesn't vibrate like Vic's, but I mean, I turned that option off. So,
Nate,
I can tell you one thing that people shouldn't do when they come on here, and that's eat.
I'm not eating.
No, I'm not saying you do, but you are. But I'm saying that you have.
Yeah,
I don't like that either.
Yeah, yeah.
That is true. I would agree with what you said. So I mean, I think you could do better than that. So yeah.
If you're on here and playing a game, you have mastered the art of ADD, my friend.
Yeah, I do.
Holy shit.
I mean,
he just goes on everybody's live stream, no matter what he's doing. If he's at work, he's on the live stream. If he's playing a game, he's on the live stream. If he's on the toilet, he's on a live stream. If
don't ever do that. Don't ever do that.
Live stream there while he snores.
No.
Yeah, if you're ever on the toilet, do not click the My StreamYard link and come on while you're using the toilet. Not happening. Not happening.
No, I would.
Calm down, man. I'm trolling.
Yeah, we're just
technically,
teasing
technically,
you.
isn't that what a toilet floor is live streaming?
For some people, maybe.
For some people, it is. You're right. Yeah. For some people, it is.
I don't know why.
Not me. That's not my thing.
Does Salita? Has he ever live streamed on the toilet?
I think so.
His life is just a toilet, I guess,
I think he did.
I don't know if he's gone that far.
That's some next level stuff.
That far.
Lou says Nate's not eating. It just sounds like his mouth is full all the time. God damn, Lou.
No, but he does. I have heard him on here. Him and Vic both. I've heard him on there smacking and shit.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Ugh, I hate that.
What do you want us to do? I mean, we could mute.
Don't eat when you're on it. Maybe come on when you're not eating. Maybe that's what I would like you to do. Is that okay? Is that too much to ask, Nate?
Well, he's not doing that now.
Yeah,
do you want
too much to ask?
No,
No,
I'm
I'm
not.
just saying he's getting so mad. That's why I'm saying it that way. Calm down.
Lou says he's
You're
chewing
the
on
one
his
yelling.
tongue.
I don't know.
Oh my God, it's because you started it. Stop being sassy to me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, fine.
You okay, TK?
You're always so
Hey, Pete.
defensive about everything. Always.
Ah, shit.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Are you in the woodshed?
Hey.
Are you
I'm
blow
vacuuming
drying your
right now.
hair?
Is this a bad time?
Are you blow drying your hair?
Is this a bad time?
Oh God, now I'm gonna get trolled forever about this.
No, I think he's trying to troll Nate actually. 'cause
Pete, I approve.
Pete commented earlier.
Yeah,
Nate, why
true.
would you come on a show while you're doing something else? So I think he's trolling Nate actually.
Because he always does.
It sounds like you're blow drying your hair
Okay.
though, Pete.
I don't know if you have long hair though. I don't know. I don't hear his vacuum.
Oh yeah, he could be vacuuming too. Yeah. Are you vacuuming, Pete?
I mean, maybe he's vacuuming his hair. I don't know.
He's using a
Just
Flowbee.
kidding. Probably.
A Floby. Do they still make those?
Oh fuck, I haven't heard that word in a while.
I think they do. It's funny. I think I actually
Do
saw.
they still
an
make
a-
Flobies?
I think they do. I think you
I
can probably
think
find
so.
them on Amazon actually, but I do think they do sell them. Yes, they still. They don't sell them at like. I don't think you can find them at Walmart, but but I'm sure if you browse like eBay or Amazon, I'm sure you could probably find a Flowbee.
What's a Floby, dude? I've
Oh
never-
Jesus, we're
You've
we're
never
dating
heard of a
ourselves with that
Flowbee?
one.
What?
You've never heard of that, huh?
No.
I know a person named Floby. I'm just kidding.
Here, I'll show you what a
Um,
Flowbee is.
Well, the commenter.
Do you
please
have a
don't
Floby?
Please
No,
don't be a
I don't
dildo.
know. I don't know a Flowbee. No. So it's
See,
basically
Nate, like, that-
it's basically
no,
a
that's just not funny.
it's
was joking.
basically a vacuum hair cutting device. So
Oh, yeah.
that's so let me see if I can look up a picture of what one looks like.
Do you use that on Lou?
Lou doesn't
You
have
use
any
it to cut your hair?
Yeah,
Yes,
you can vacuum
yes.
your hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's right.
basically Here, I'm trying to pull up this picture. It's pulling up. Give it just a second. Here we go. All right. So yes, this is exactly what it looks like. So it's an attachment that
Uh-oh.
basically looks like it goes on like a vacuum cleaner, and yeah,
It's a dildo.
it cuts your hair. See this guy right
Sorry.
here? He's using a Flowbee.
That's sus.
Anybody who
It
used
looks
that
like
gets their
like a
hair cut.
vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
vacuum
anybody who
cleaner.
used that
You
I don't
basically
know.
suck your
Home.
hair up into this little device that looks like a vacuum cleaner, and it's
That's
got.
how you become a permanent virgin right there. Use one of those.
And look, this
Damn.
Permanent
as
virgin.
seen on TV. So they used to sell this. They used to sell this device on the Home Shopping Network. Vintage 90s Flowbee precision home hair cutting.
Oh God.
I don't know about precision, but yeah.
You should.
I mean, doesn't
take
that
one
guy
to-
doesn't that guy smile just want you just to buy all?
I
of
know,
them?
right? Like he's so convincing,
I'm just
right? This guy's smile, though. Look how happy he is using
Yeah.
it. So
What? That thing is
Oh.
$200. What?
I thought he's holding up a freaking long freaking shit.
yeah, the cheapest one. It looks like the cheapest one on
That's
here.
good.
How much is it?
$119.
Holy
most
shit.
That
expensive
is-
one is
what the fuck?
$250.
That's a
The-
lot
the
of
as,
ramen.
Yeah,
You
the
should,
as seen on
you should
TV
take
one
one.
is $250.
You should take one to work, BA.
Oh my
Well, if
God.
they're that much, maybe they work.
Yeah, the one that says vintage 90s
Yeah,
is
bring
$250.
that to the salon. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would
Whoo,
scare my.
boy.
I think
Oh,
I
it's
would.
a vintage one. That's why.
Well,
Yeah, vintage. I think I would scare my clients off if I pulled something like that out. Although it would
try
it,
this on you, please. The
I know,
haircut's
it
free
would make
if you
it
let
would
me
make
try it.
for it would make for good video content. I think.
It would if somebody's willing to do that and say, "Look, you don't have to pay for the haircut." Like a guy that it won't matter if it turns out bad because their hair could grow back in a few, months.
I mean,
You know.
I shaved my hair on video before.
Women
so,
have
I
to
mean,
wait a lot longer for their hair to look nice.
Remember when Nate dyed his hair bleach?
And it looked like ramen noodles.
Yes.
What you just had for
It looked
dinner?
like a skunk on his
Shut
head.
up. Shut up.
I didn't think
It
it
looked
looked
like
that.
a dead
look,
skunk
look.
on his
I'm gonna
head.
be
I'm just
honest,
teasing.
and I am the professional
No, actually,
here.
I kind of liked it. No, I actually kind of liked it.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say
okay.
it didn't. As a professional here, it didn't look that terrible, but it did need to be toned more. I think so. It was very, very yellow.
Yeah.
It was very yellow.
I I think the reason why I wanted to stop because it was like hurting my scalp. That's probably why. But I mean,
Do what now? Say
the
that
bleach
again.
was the bleach was hurting my scalp, so I wanted like I guess yellow hair. I guess when I was wanting to bleach my hair.
Oh, so
So
you're saying that it was hurting your scalp, so she rinsed it off early. Is that what you're saying? Like it didn't sit on the bleach didn't sit on your hair.
I think so. Yeah.
The bleach didn't sit on your hair for a long period of time because your scalp.
No,
was-
it did. It's just
Okay.
yeah. Basically.
Well then,
Yeah, you should get a Flowbee.
that Flowbee will,
Like I said,
will
that's-
definitely lop
like I
off some
said,
of
that's
them
a one-time
curls.
thing.
That Flowbee would definitely lop
Well,
off.
I
all those
don't
curls.
have
Hey,
curls
stop
right now.
interrupting me!
Well, maybe I don't know.
Can you not hear me?
I
I'm
hear
behind.
you.
Is it just
Y'all
me?
ladies are feisty today.
I mean, I was
No, I
trying
hear
to,
you.
I was trying
Hello?
to talk, and it's like he kept interrupting me. It's like, can y'all not hear me? Is that what's going on?
Ow.
All right, Colby.
No,
see
I
you
can
later.
hear you.
No, I'm just behind the stream.
You're what?
Don't rear me. I didn't do anything to you.
I think
Don't
I think
rear
he
at
meant. I
me.
think he meant that for me.
I didn't say anything to you.
Talking to you see, Nate. I wasn't talking to you, Nate. I was
Oh.
talking to Colby.
Stop
you say
confusing
it?
me.
I wasn't confusing you. You just think the world revolves. Forget it. I'm gonna mute myself now before I get myself in trouble.
Pete wants to know if the Flowbee makes small talk like a real barber. I mean, probably not. If I had to guess, though, I'd probably think it's very loud, so you probably wouldn't be able to hear anybody talking while using it. I don't know. Like I have a feeling it's probably like as loud as a blow dryer, like when you're blow drying somebody's hair. So.
I remember those commercials.
You know, there's probably some sick fuck that's got one in like a collection somewhere, and he's really
You're
fucking proud of
probably
it.
right. They're probably thinking to themselves right now, like, "Oh my gosh, this is gonna be worth something like 10 years from now."
Well, yeah, they're selling on eBay for $250.
Right? Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's got to be
But
vintage
I
90s.
wonder who's gonna buy that though. Is somebody gonna buy that because they want to they like to collect vintage stuff, or are they a person who loved the Flowbee so much before that theirs doesn't work anymore that they're
I
like,
mean-
oh my god, I can get another Flowbee,
Look, it's very, very possible.
and they'll pay
It's-
anything for it.
Yeah, it's very, very possible. Or it could be one of those people that, are willing to pay like $200 to buy one so that way they don't have to pay for haircuts in the future.
Mm-hmm.
It could be one of those
Like-
type of people.
Oh yeah.
So,
You know, when it
Nature
comes
Boy
to
says,
prepping-
y'all remember that commercial for the answering machine messages? You got to wait for the beep. Yes. We used to have one, actually.
What, Flowbee?
No, an answering machine.
Oh, sorry about that.
An answering machine. How much for what?
$250 for the Flowbee.
Oh, Mrs. Pete says Pete is trying to sell his Flowbee. Oh, Pete owns a Flowbee?
Does he really?
No, I think she's
Oh, hell.
I think she's trolling him.
Yeah, he just came on the stream and was using it. Y'all didn't hear it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that
There
was
you
his
go. That's what it
vacuum.
was.
he
That's
said,
exactly
a
what it
vacuum.
was.
He
Oh,
said it was a
Colby,
vacuum.
look, I know
It was his
you know,
Flowbee.
yes, I knew you were good for something sometimes. No, you know I love you, Colby. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. He was using his Flowbee while on the StreamYard with us. What do you
That
need a
was fucking-
Flowbee for, Uncle Lou? You don't even have any hair.
I mean,
You're
He
not
has
using that thing
tiny
on me. I
particles.
can tell you that right now.
I'm a freaky flag flyer. I'm a freaky flag flyer. Freaky, 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 freaky.
Are you telling me to
freaky
stop
flag-
playing Nature Boy? No, I'm serious. We used to have an answering machine when I was
Oh, we had answer machine.
Yeah.
Had an answer
we
machine.
had an answer
Yeah,
machine.
but
Is it Andrew?
are you old enough to know what a party line is?
Yes, I
Yes.
am absolutely
Yeah,
old enough
yeah,
to know what
all
a party
right.
line is.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what's up when you had a party line growing up.
Right?
What's
think-
a
You always
party
had
line?
that one. You always had that one lady that was always snooping in on your conversations and stuff too.
Right. I think I remember maybe this is a discussion on one of Pete's midday shows too, but they were talking about like when we were all younger, we used to have like wall phones, phones mounted on the wall with the long like stretchy cord, so like
Yeah.
you could like move the phone into a different room and shut the door without anybody hearing you. And then it just brought up the fact that, do you remember, you guys are old enough to know call waiting, right? So when call waiting first came out, oh, Colby,
Colby, you were echoing
I'm
back.
muting you, Colby. But when call waiting first came out, like when you would receive that late night phone call from like your boyfriend or something like that, you would dial like the movie theater and wait for the beep to come in, so then you could click over to your boyfriend, so the phone wouldn't ring at night. Come on, tell me I'm not alone in this, right? Y'all remember that, right?
Oh, I know what you're saying. No, I know
No,
what you're saying. I know what
I
you're
remember
saying.
it, but I was a dork growing up, so like it just knocked me off the internet.
Oh, I find that hard to
Calling.
believe.
It-
You don't
every
sound
time
like a
without
dork at
fail.
all.
Without fail. Well, I was a dork growing up, and every time my sister's boyfriend would call in, I'd be playing like a game or something, knock me offline.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ!
Oh yeah, the dial up.
And then we got two phone lines. We were fancy. We had two
Oh
phone
man,
lines.
you guys were fancy. You had two phone
Yeah.
lines. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes,
Had to
AOL
have
chat
that
rooms
dedicated one
too.
for the
Yep.
internet.
I remember those, Mrs. Pete. You've got mail.
Yeah, I live so far off the grid. We didn't even have AOL where we were at. It was a long distance call to dial up in the AOL where I grew up at.
Really?
Yeah,
So
it was.
how much did that cost? A lot.
Well, no, we had a local internet provider that we had to dial into, but you couldn't get AOL where we were at. Otherwise, it was a long distance charge.
Wow.
I mean, yeah. And you guys remember the nights and weekends, like whenever you first get your cell phone. And you're
Yes.
like,
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I
People
remember
would
that.
call you
listen,
and be
don't
like,
call
"Call
me
after
until
9
after
o'clock."
7. Yeah.
Yeah, when
Yep.
it was cheap.
Yep. It was
Or
free
even
after
even
9.
before text messaging became a thing, you had your pager and you had to dial in your hex code so that it would display a message on your pager.
Yes.
But you still had a phone.
Yep.
Oh
Mhm.
God.
Or like you
those
had
were
to
the
be good at decoding. You like decoding when you had a pager, like people would type in numbers and like you would have to decode it because it would have a message on your pager. So
That's what I mean. The hex numbers that you would type. Well, I guess it would be the code that would convert it to hex that converted the text on the pager.
yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Man, we're old guys.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're old.
We're old.
I'm the oldest, I bet. I think I might be the oldest.
Right, just
I don't
page them
know.
911. Yep. Just page them 911.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Aw, poor Nate.
Yeah, Colby may not know what we're talking about either. He's a youngin' too.
Oh my god.
I remember party lines, but I never used them. And I remember dial up in that fucking screechy ass tone.
It sounded like Transformers having an orgy.
Yeah, all ones and
Yeah.
zeros.
True.
And now they call that, I think, dubstep. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I think Edward is the only person I know that probably still uses dial-up and has a home phone.
Poor Edward, man.
I know, like the dude's a 48-year-old.
And the old dial phone. Like, do they even? I guess they make landline phones still, right? I mean, his looks really old. Like when
Yeah.
he picks up the thing. It
I mean,
looks
I
like
don't
the
I
one
don't
from
think it's
the
like a
80s
rotary phone,
or the
but yeah,
70s.
but it's one of those one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is an older style phone. You're right. Yeah, I think so.
And it's fucking
You know
loud.
what though? Edward is kind of like a hipster without meaning to be. You know how like you kind of have people that love that vintage shit. You have people that want to get the flip phone from the 90s just to have that
Mhm.
and not
Oh,
have
yeah.
a smartphone, you know? So he kind of fits in with that crowd, but unintentionally. He
Yeah.
doesn't do it intentionally.
Yeah,
That's just who he is.
yeah.
These people do it intentionally. They try to be hipster like, you
I
know?
get
Oh,
it.
I
owe
know
the
what
orgy,
143
suppose.
means, Mrs. P.
Exactly. You got to know what I'm talking about.
I
Yeah, they
know
all
what
drink
143 means.
IPA beers and have flannel shirts with the, I don't know, like with the
What's
wider
143
mustache.
mean?
When you page somebody 143, that
143.
means I love you.
143.
Yep,
Let me look at it upside down.
Oh, because the numbers.
you
Let
right.
me see.
Sounds like
143. I
never
love
mind,
you.
I'm just-
That's what that means. When you used to page somebody 143, that's what it meant.
Well,
weird.
that doesn't look like I love you though.
Well,
The
right.
numbers, like one is ABC.
right,
Two
exactly.
is,
Yeah,
you know,
one is ABC.
Ah!
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, no, but then I should be 4.
Yep.
That's the 4.
hmm
But that's the second letter or the second number. You have 1, which is nothing, 4,
Yep.
which is I, and 3, which is D, E, and F.
That's true. Unless you're having a different.
Wait.
I
what's
guess
the-
you have to look on
phone.
a regular phone. We have to look at
Right.
what's his face's phone.
Oh yeah, Edward's phone.
Yeah, and
I got to do it on
Edward's-
Edward's
yeah,
phone. Well,
Edward's
no,
phone.
you can't because it doesn't have a display.
You got
It's one of
fucking
those old phones.
Motorola Razor.
And
over
plus, it
there.
has Edward germs.
A Nokia phone.
Hey man, those things were solid.
Yeah, they were like bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those things
those,
were.
those first Nokia phones. Yeah, hell yeah, they were like
I
bricks.
had some good times sitting on the chick behind the kiosk at the mall buying myself a faceplate for one of those damn things. And then when you drop it, it like blew up in a million pieces. You just pick it all back up, put it back together, and just boot it back up.
A faceplate?
Yeah, you can put the faceplates. You can
Yeah, you
change
can change the faceplates
on the phones.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
What?
nice.
You had to go to your local trinket dealer to get them, but yeah, now you can totally
Trinket
change them out.
dealer, like
Trinkets and
trinkets and yarn,
yarn.
trinkets and yarn,
Trinkets
trinkets
and
and
yarn.
yarn, trinkets and trinkets and trinkets and yarn.
Oh man.
Where is trinkets and yarn? I want to see trinkets and yarn.
I know Trinkets and
The
Yarn
hell's
hasn't made an
that?
appearance in my comment section in a long
I know.
time. So
I
Oh, it's
miss
not
trinkets
commentary?
and
it sounds
yarn.
like they're probably about due though. They're probably about due. So.
Mhm.
All right. Well, fellas, it is 9:58, so I am going to be probably ending the show here soon. Baker, I really appreciate you coming on, though.
Me too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate
Cool,
you guys letting me
Baker.
come in and crash everything. I might have to do it again. Who knows?
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
You are more than welcome.
For sure.
Yeah,
Please.
more than
Please.
Like I said, I mean this. I'd rather have you than any Nicholas Longs. So.
Wow.
And if
I
you're
was
listening to
listening
this,
back-
Nicholas Long, I love you, but yeah, you shouldn't go on anybody's StreamYard. That's all I have to say about that. So.
He
But-
really interrupts
Yes,
bad.
yeah, worse than Nate.
he's bad. You have to
Hey,
you
I
actually have
was-
to mute him. You
Yes.
actually have to mute
Yeah,
that
you really
guy.
do.
Yeah.
You really do have to mute him
Because he
so.
just keeps going.
He
It's like he
does.
doesn't hear
He
you.
does.
At least I mute myself.
Sometimes. Sometimes. All right, well, Baker, Nate the Great, Colby. You know I love you, right, Colby?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it.
Love you.
Love you
Thank
too.
you, guys.
Thanks, Baker.
Bye, guys. Thanks, Baker.
Well, that
But-
was awesome.
I know. We
I
had a
know.
good show.
I know. I'm glad I put him on because
I
I was really skeptical, and I think I do remember him. I remember seeing him on Lou's, like Lou's streams and like in his Lou's chat.
But isn't it sad that we have to be scared all because of Edward and his crazy porn bombers?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a little
or
easier.
P bombers.
Right. It's a little easier
bombers.
for like me and like Lou and Pete because we run our shows through OBS.
Oh, behind the scenes. That's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah. So I mean,
That's
it's a lot
true.
easier for us to kind of see what's happening in the background without the people that are listening in seeing what happens because we're like I said, we're running it through OBS and we're basically just using StreamYard for audio and that's it. So
You can do it on StreamYard if you have the paid version, which I do. So what I do is I don't have OBS. I just put like a screen over
Mhm.
and then
Like a
let them
layout of
on
some
if they're not
sort.
going to put their face on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like something like maybe the Slav
thank
Olympics
you. We have
ad
a
or
new,
whatever.
I
across
think a
the
new
thing.
person in this chat. Have to kill me first. Just stopped in to drop a like, Miss Lou. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing and come back next week. I am just about to end
Have
the show.
to kill me first.
Yeah, have to kill me first is
Have to
is
kill me.
their name.
About
Uh,
what? Oh, have to. Oh, Miss Lou, how you doing, Mrs. Lou?
Yeah, they said just stopped in to
Excuse
drop
me.
a like.
That was
Miss
a hiccup.
Lou. Thank you so much, and yeah, I am just about to end the show though too. But tune in next week if you're around 8 p.m. I do this.
Well, what
we-
about Miss Freaky Flag Lady flying? I'm sorry.
Yes, me and Miss Freaky
I'm
Flag
Miss
Flyer.
Freaky
We
Flag
do this
Flyer.
show. Yeah, we do this show every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you're new to the channel or and just subscribing, yeah, just make sure that your notifications, your noties, as TK likes to call them, your noties are turned on. So you're alerted when I do
Yeah.
go live. But I do the show. We do the show
Keep
every.
the noties on.
Yeah, keep the noties on. We do the show every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So, so great show. What you got going on this week?
Same of the same, same of the same, same of the same.
Same shit, different
I don't
day.
know why I said it 3 times. Yeah, I think so.
Same shit, different day. Yes, so don't forget
Actually,
to.
I do want to invest. I kind of do want to invest in a little electric scooter, one that you stand on, not one like, I want to get like a $500 ish one, that you stand on.
So
and
like
maybe
a
go to work in
Segway?
it.
You know what a Segway
Well,
is?
when you stand on that is motorized, yeah, that could go up to like 30 miles an hour or something.
I think that is.
I
a
just want to
Segway.
get one and start scooting around. I want to scoot around Florida. I want to scoot around
like this?
Florida.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, see if you can put it up here on this thing.
Like that?
No, not those. Not the 2-1. No, I don't want that kind.
Okay.
No, I want like a scooter, like you stand up on it, but it's in the front and the back. The wheels are in the one front and
so
one
like
back.
those little motorized scooters that we saw. Was it in Isle of Palms? You remember?
Did they have
like you
them?
could rent them? Like you could rent them. Wasn't
I didn't see that.
wasn't Isle in Palms or I can't. I think I remember seeing them somewhere.
If I would have, I wish I would have known that.
Yeah, like
But not those
a lot
things.
of,
Those look
big
like I'd
cities-
break. Like no.
Yeah, I think like a lot of big cities had those.
Have those?
Yeah, had those like motorized scooters that you can rent, like just right off the sidewalk. So, But yeah, you would just drive around in your
Cool.
little area that you're in right now in your little neighborhood on your
Yeah.
motorized scooter.
Well, there's parks and stuff, and there's parks and such, and I could like maybe if because I'm gonna have to get a helmet and then
Mhm.
put some sort of camera device one day when I can afford a little
Yeah, like a
camera
little
device on my helmet
GoPro.
and just like it's yeah, and
Scooting with
instead of doing like a
TK.
walk and talk, scoot and a scoot and smoke.
Scoot.
Like I'll scoot around, but y'all be watching where I'm scooting from my hat, from my helmet.
Well,
But I'll be
Pete
talking.
Pete
And
is
like instead of a
100%.
walk and talk,
Yeah. Pete is 100% on board
he's
with this.
100%.
Yeah, he says TK on an electric scooter is the greatest idea I've ever heard. So he's 100% on board with it.
Oh, I gotta do it. I can't wait, y'all.
Yeah, scooting.
That's what
scooting
and
and
I could
tooting.
do.
How about that?
Scooting and tooting with TK. Let's have a rootin' tootin' scooting time. Now here's the thing though. It would be hard for me to really read the chat though. No, wait a minute. I'm doing the camera. Never
No,
mind.
I
I'd have
wouldn't.
to
No,
think
I
about
definitely
this.
would
I have
not
to think it
recommend that.
through.
Yeah, that'd be some sort of along
Make it
the
a
lines
video.
of like,
Just do it.
yeah, just like I mean, you could go live. Like maybe mount your phone.
I could mount the camera. You see?
mount the camera.
And I could do a scootin' toot.
Scoot and toot. That's right. Scoot and toot with TK.
A scoot.
That's a
toot.
great idea,
Toot,
actually.
The toot is like that's cocaine, though. I mean, how can we say like what? I don't know. Like a scoot, walk and talk is perfect because it rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
But scoot doesn't rhyme with anything.
Scoot and toot.
Scoot and toot. No scoot. You can think of farting too, but no, I'm tooting along in my scooter.
That's right.
I'm tooting along in my scooter.
Scooting and tooting.
Yeah.
Scooting and tooting.
Scooting and tooting. And I may even just while I'm scooting and tooting around the park, and I'll talk about stuff and just talk while I'm scooting.
There you go.
It'll be fun.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I'd watch that for sure.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
It would suck if I crashed, but
it would suck. It would suck. But it made for great.
But at least if it's a bad crash, y'all would be there to call the 911.
That's right. You'd be like, oh
you know
my
what
God,
I mean?
we just watched this happen live.
So when I have my scoot and toot, yeah, if I do a live scoot and toot, y'all, and I fall and I don't get up after, or say y'all, if y'all don't hear anything after, I don't know. I don't know how long. I'll have to find out. I'll have to do more research. Because then I have y'all to call 911. Like, you know where I live. I'll have to give you the directions before the scoot and toot.
Right.
Just in case.
Just send me the address or whatever. Yeah. So.
And I'll wear my freaky flag. And it'll fly
or what
in
you
the air
could do
while I
is you could
scoot.
just pin your location, send me your location right before, or like right when you're getting ready to video yourself, like where you're at when you're going to be scooting and
yeah,
tooting.
because what if all of a sudden I disappear?
Right. So
and
you could just
part of a mystery.
Right, you could
and
just
then-
ping your location and send it to me
Yeah.
right before you actually start recording. So that way, yeah. So while you're live, if something happens to you, I have your location, so I can be like, oh, look, something happened to her. She was here, right here.
And you know what? If some creepo, if some creepo comes up to me, I'll say, "Look, dude, I'm being followed. I'm being watched live. You really want to do something now,
yeah,
bro?
You're live right now, bro.
Go for it.
All right, yeah, you're live right now. It's like, yeah, you
You're
want to try
live?
something
Okay.
while you're live?
You're live. You're caught. Well, no, look at me, like acting like I'm all a gangster
Yeah.
or something. I don't know what I do.
Gangster TK, that's right.
I get on my scooter and fly. I get on my scooter and
We
start
need to make
flying
this
with
happen.
My freaky flag flying behind me.
Yes, we need to make this happen.
We do need to make
yeah,
this
this
happen.
is a great idea. Great idea. Because I mean, I've got my walking
scooting
thing, but I
too.
mean,
This is gonna be fun.
people always do the walking and talking. So, but yeah, scooting and tooting with TK would be amazing.
Because there's so many places I could go to, and I could be going over bridges, and y'all could see the beach ahead and shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It'd be so awesome. Like I'll be at the top of the bridge, and y'all can see the ocean ahead of me,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
and I could be
Absolutely.
like, "Yo, I'm flying! I'm
I'm
flying!
flying, Jack.
I'm flying!
I'm flying, Jack.
I'm flying, Jack, and so is my freaky flag."
I'm flying and I'm flying my
All right,
freaky
girl.
flag. Yeah. So,
I'll let you go.
all right, my
I'm
lovely and
flying my
beautiful
freaky flag
co-host.
when I fly.
All
I love
right.
you, girl.
Love
I
you too.
cannot wait until next week or Wednesday or whenever I decide to come on. So just leave your noties on. Okay, love y'all. Okay, good. Mwah. Bye.
Bye. All right, well there you have it. So if you guys aren't subscribed to TK, make sure you are subscribing to her. She does do a show every now and then on Wednesdays. I usually co-host with her. Last week we discussed like the Scott Peterson case and things like that because there's a new documentary that came out on like Hulu, I think it was, or something along those lines that we kind of discussed. So yeah, the link to her channel is in the description of this video. So if you have not yet subscribed to her, make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're hitting your notification bell as well too, so that way you are alerted anytime she does go live. And I think I don't have any other announcements. I think things are going to be normal, and now this football season, things are back. Lou's not going to be taking any more breaks. So nothing to report tonight. So meet us back here next Sunday, same time, same place. Until then, though.